what time it is, buddy?
Fever time.
Yeah, man!
Fire.
Everything that you carry, any luggage you take, all the ghosts you keep in hiding, they don't scare me away. No, 'cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. It's a past that keeps on calling, or if fear keeps you awake. I won't let a scar keep me from your lips. I catch every tear from your face. 'Cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you,
What is up, everyone? Happy Friday to you all. Today we have 2 streams lined up for you guys tonight in the Fallout world. We're going to talk first about the Robco Animations and what they may or may not mean. Are they just fucking with us? Do they mean something? I don't know. We're going to dive into it and find out. And then after, we'll do a little 30-minute reset and we will dive into this week's episode, the finale, which was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. And Carl came through for the win and let me know about some stuff after the credits. So if you guys haven't seen that or didn't know, I didn't know they put some shit in after the credits. You got a little bit of time to go check that out before we dive into it. So lots to cover tonight. Welcome, everyone. Dana, Carl, thank you guys for joining me on this adventure of a mystery of computer science.
Yep, all science.
Right? I still don't know what it all means, sorta, kinda. We got some theories, but
Maybe, but there could be more.
who the hell knows?
At this point, I don't know.
Now, I learned some things. I don't know if it stuck with me, but I did learn some things about computer science, a little bit, I guess. Some coding, some other bits. So we'll just have to wait and see what it all means, right? Well, good, Dana, thank you always for joining me. I know you're so excited, right? Computer tech stuff.
Yay.
Techno Data's back, guys.
I don't know what I could contribute to this conversation, but I am here.
You are here for the ride and the adventure. My brain hurts.
As long as I could breathe, I will try.
Right?
That's the first step.
Look, I think I gave myself a headache trying to figure all this shit out. It's numbers and symbols, letters. Oh my. But
All
welcome.
the
I know. Welcome, Mr. EJ Wicks. Glad to have you hanging with us tonight. So I tried to take all of the animations. I believe there's, let's see, 8 minus 8, so there was like 6 of them, I think, in total, because they didn't do one for the first 2 episodes. There was 8, I think, or something. Yeah. So we got like 6 of them. I put them all together in CapCut, put them together, and I tried to slow down the glitches just to see if I could catch the frames better. Now I don't know if it fucked me and I didn't catch all the frames, but we caught a good bit, and it's fuckery at its best. It's somebody rigged the games. We know he rigged the games, but someone I think rigged House's games here. We're gonna find out what exactly I mean by that. So let me add this to the stage. All right, so this one was the first one, and I'm gonna kind of stop and go. That way, just in case. I don't think we'll get in trouble. Each one of them is roughly, actually, it's less than a minute with the little outro Fallout fire symbol and everything. So they're roughly a minute or less. And then within them, we'll have the computer glitches and stuff like that going on. And so, it starts off, and a lot of this is basically just Robco talking about its robots, its technology, basically the Pip-Boy, all the things that Robco made, and I believe either sold, or the Vault-Tec, I believe made like the Pip-Boys for them. Of course, it was for himself too, but remember watching in the seasons, they talked about, or Barb was talking about, we just got these. So a lot of the robotics and stuff like that ends up coming from, I believe, Robco.
Pretty much all of it.
I think there was another company. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's actually...
and the other ones he pretty much took over.
Right.
Like if you even notice, like even when you get up to like the stuff that was made with the Enclave, it'll be like made with Robco as well. Most of it.
Right. And I think there was another one. We'll see it on the image for what came after the credits for this episode. For the special reveal, it has a few companies on there with Robco.
Well, I believe in this first animation here, you'll see like
right, you see some of them,
all of them.
Yeah.
If you like, then it shows that it's pretty much showing how Robco's taken over them is what it's showing. Like each step. But you also see like the guys that's like in the back when they're all at the meeting, like them other guys that were just like kind of back there.
Yeah, I think, and one of them we think was even running. Hank, possibly.
Yeah, I think Hank was back there.
So
but yeah, that was pretty much showing like the other corporations that were involved.
Great news. Your prior service provider is now a part of Rob.
So it was kind of showing you, I think those are like the symbols of some of those companies, and he's
it's
showing basically he's taking them over.
Was the other company was his brother's company, right?
His brother's company or his family's original company was H&H Tools.
So that's HHT that you see there.
Probably, yes.
And then the other symbols are the other ones, which I can't remember all of them off the top of my head right now.
This one's that's what I'm trying to remember, because one of them was like Global something, Global Atomics or something like that.
Yeah, because that's in 4. You have to go to their place and you get like a thing to activate Prime again. Like a nuclear.
Your prior service provider is now.
I was just trying to see.
I believe that's the one that looks like the world right there.
Yeah, that's this one, I believe, because it'll show it in a minute when it talks about
the
companies will outlast, sort of like the end of the world. But notice too, all of this is green. The Pip-Boy, our corners are, and again, this is either a Pip-Boy or a terminal. I haven't fully determined that yet, Carl. I think we were pretty sure it was the Pip-Boy, but watching this week's episode.
I think we started out as a terminal because if you notice, there's no cracks or nothing on this one, right?
Right.
And as we go along, we'll start seeing cracks on the sides and stuff.
Because a lot of this stuff too, on some of it, let's see. Actually, I'll go ahead and bring this up real quick. I had to remove this and bring this up. All right, this is from this week's episode. Towards the end of it, after Stephanie is letting them know she gets Hank's Pip-Boy that's from the Enclave, and they do this. And if you know, it says Robco Industries Unified Operation Systems, copyrighted 2075 to 2077, Robco Industries. We see that on top of this when we're going through this. It'll say that on some of these, not necessarily the glitches, but I mean just the propaganda itself.
Yeah. Now we
And
could
just the
also
way
use
that this one goes too, Carl. And I took these images. Oh shit! I gotta press the right button.
well, I was going to say it could be showing like as we move along as well, like the Protectrons have a screen as well, so maybe.
So look, check this shit out, Carl. All the coding and bullshit. Right after it tells, she's like, okay, orders 1 complete, authorized eyes only. 2 redirect, accessing protocol, downloading. So as we go through these animations, when I saw this week, I was like, okay, this is kind of similar to the shit we're seeing in the animations. We already knew it was similar in the sense of like the World of Fallout, the terminals, how you hack them, things like that, even the Pip-Boy. But seeing the Enclave systems and how they are basically they've taken all the house's shit.
Yeah, which is basically what I've been thinking like all along, that's pointing to that.
And again, this one I couldn't make out as well because it was fast. It's not as good as the animations, but it also has like start memory discoveries. All this different stuff is like going through these protocols is what it's doing. It's start memory discovery on this file, on that file. And I haven't had a chance to compare these numbers to anything in the animation, but very similar kind of coding and style as what we're about to see. So keep that in mind as we're going through. It might be who we think it is. We just go ahead and let that out there. But that's why I was like, oh shit. It pointed even more when I was taking the screenshots today, Carl. I was like, we see this shit in the fucking animations. Like, and this is what you see, I believe, on all terminals. Because, again, Robco or Mr. House created a lot of the computer technology, robotics and stuff. Or he bought out the companies or whatever, took them over.
Yeah, Robco at this point is basically like what we would say Windows is to us. Like his whole system is running everything pretty much. Right.
So that's just throwing that out there as we're, you can kind of see that as we go through and see what you guys think when we finish off looking at all these. We bring the animation back
service
up.
Provider is now a part of Robco.
And that's, again, he's saying your prior service provider. Again, he's taking these corporations over, whether he's buying them out, they're, willingly kind of accepting the deal with him or possibly not. I mean, he is a ruthless type of individual. And he makes sure like a lot of the stuff that kind of went on in this particular episode, the season finale, also kind of points us, I think, in a direction with all this. I think, Carl, you mentioned it before. As these animations were put out with each episode, the animation itself, not the glitch, kind of correlated with the episode to a degree. And kind of like things that maybe they were talking about, or just because we started hearing about House, so they start telling us about House in these, right? Talking about his company, the Pip-Boy, all these different things. And a lot of the robots that we'll see correlated with an episode.
Yeah, each one of these kind of showed you like the different robots, which like I was saying originally, like I can't remember like all of them, but like the robots were, even the Pip-Boy, they were built by someone else originally, but Robco pretty much took them and made him for his own, he did his own thing with them.
Right.
He didn't necessarily create every one of these things.
Right. Either it was him or the companies that he
just kind of
took over.
This is mine now.
All right. Let's see what else we got.
The global leader in data solutions and ballistic robotics.
And again, these are all the different robots. And as you can see, if you watch this episode, we know the Enclave has the Pip-Boy. We know this is one of the robots the Enclave uses. But you can see sort of the Protectrons, Mr. Handy, and I forgot the name of these particularly. Like, I know the name of like Victor, but I forgot the name of the actual robot.
Those are just Protectrons, pretty much.
Okay, I thought these were the.
They are too. They're just
okay.
That's the upgraded version. That's House's upgraded version.
Oh, okay. Because these are the ones that's like his army down here.
Yeah.
Or was it these up here? I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
the one up there that's like Victor.
Okay, yeah, the one
And
that's
then
like
you also have them other ones. Then sometimes they'll have like a brain in them every once in a while. You'll see those as well, which is a different technology, but the same basic robot. And obviously, Mr. Handy's Mr. Handy. What is that like directly under him though?
I don't know what this is. This would look like some kind of fucking spacecraft or
That's what
something.
I'm
That
saying.
was
I
a
don't
probe or
understand what
something.
that
I
is.
don't know what the fuck
But we
that
know
is.
the one thing is the
Is
thing
it
the
supposed to be like the
Enclave do.
turrets or something? I know there's turrets in the game.
Maybe that is what that is. It just looks weird, but it's just kind of like hovering there.
I know. I didn't know what the
It does
fuck it
look like a
was.
torrent.
So I'm not
Maybe.
sure, but
Unless it is some sort of weird spaceship. Yeah, I don't know.
right.
I mean, that was it, but like the rockets that we've seen, like it's like looks like the ones that was like at the space center thing that you sent the ghouls off in, like red rockets.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe that is the torrent though.
It could be. I'm not sure.
But if you look at it, it does kind of look like a gun.
A little
It's
bit. Like I
not
said, I
good.
couldn't tell if it because the turrets look a little bit different. Like the ones that or the ones that I've seen at least from the Enclave look a little bit different. But then again, it just looks like something that's kind of posted up to shoot.
Yeah, well, and the Enclave would have changed them obviously as well, so they would have looked a little different.
Right. So if you play the games, at least I know you have seen pretty much everything in here. Again, this one doesn't quite look like the turrets I've seen, but it's possibly that. So all this stuff again is pretty accurate. I like how they're showing things off. We're gonna get to the glitches. Don't worry, they come. Boy, do they get there, you little bastards.
Instantly recognizable worldwide by its iconic, language-transcending logo.
Remember brand power. The Ghoul talked about that this season. Power of branding. Robco made sure they branded the fuck out of everything.
Oh yeah, Robco definitely made sure of that.
They did indeed. I think, like I said, the more I've gone through the world of Fallout, the more I'm like, geez, everything is just Robco Industries. But he was still outclassed. So we're going to see if we figure out who that was. I think we know who it is because he said it in the episode, but we'll see if that's what's going on here.
Great businesses.
I hear it was, okay, this one was Poseidon Energy, but I thought there was another one. Vault Tech, we know that one. So Warfare Fully Powered. Oh, shit. There was another one. I thought they were going to show us the name of it. I thought it was Global
Yeah, there is
Economy or
something that's like
Econic.
global something. Because I remember going to the building in 4 that you had to go get. It's like golden or global atomic something.
Atomics or something like that, yeah.
But Poseidon is the one that was like doing like the water treatment and stuff like that.
Right, I think
All
I've
the
seen them
dams.
in New Vegas. I remember seeing something about Poseidon.
Yeah, I think it was like Operation Poseidon in New Vegas.
Something like that, yeah.
But in 4, you'll visit like power plants and stuff that's made by them.
Always outgrow the societies they were born in. But can a business outlast the world?
So as these animations go, again, it's all in green. It's showing us the likelihood of total collapse. And after watching through these, I believe me and Carl are on the same page of thinking that this is all pre Fallout or the Great War. And so with that in mind too, and knowing what happened in that last episode, it kind of makes sense, at least I think to me and Carl, as far as it being the Enclave and them fucking with shit even before the Great War started, which I think they're kind of possibly one of the folks who could have started it. And even within the Fallout lore, like that's one of the groups that people have, or the game is kind of pointed to.
Like, one of the questions, like they could have been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or it more points to almost like they're all a part of it in some way or another, but the Enclave would have been the ones wanting to control more.
Right. What's up, TJ? Welcome, hun. Happy
What up,
Friday
TJ?
to you.
Robco CEO Robert.
All right, and so we get our first sort of file photo, and remember, it's a file photo, which is it's a JPEG. It gives us a number at the top. So we go through this. We will get a possible file that is a JPEG that is being transferred, downloaded, fucked with. We don't know fully. But this image, it gets all kinds of fuckery by the last animation. Not to mention the number at the top changes. Number 173849590. That's numbers gonna completely fucking change into something else.
And in this first one, he's kind of more blurry than the rest of them as well. Which I don't know if that can point to anything or not, but
right.
But it's almost like this is like more of the before time to me, anyway. Like the beginning of Robco, how he took over all the other companies, or the majority of it, anyway.
Right. What's up? Look at TJ coming in with the $2. Thank you, thank you. Yes, right. We're Fallout nerds. It happens. We love it. We'll take it. I'll run with it. But thank you, hun, for the $2 super chat. Let's see. We'll play. Hopefully it works right. I don't think it matters when I'm sharing this. I swear, all the screen sharing and shit be fucking up my shit now. StreamYards, get it together. We'll find out.
Fever, you're on fire. Welcome to the burning desire.
Yeah. I hope it didn't make an echo. Be all fucked up.
It seemed to work. I don't know.
I know. It was a quick one, so to be
You had to hurry up.
So let's see what else is in here.
House says yes. He grew a company founded in his
Oh God.
Logistics.
Hang on, just go back. And I slowed this shit down, Dana. It's still a piece of shit. Somebody's rigging the games real hard here.
House always wins.
Not always the problem.
It's painful. All the suffering, folks. But guess what? We get to suffer together, Carl. It makes it better. Maybe.
He grew a company founded in...
All right. Technically, the first thing that comes up, and I have the image, is an error screen. When I slowed it down, I could not catch it, which means they are putting... It's as if they're layering the glitch on top of a glitch. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But I have the screenshots as best as I could grab them before I slowed it down. And we showed off all of these on the first stream where we talked about it. But it's just a big old, like, just a flash of a screen with, like, all the ats all over the page. And then there's an error in the middle of it. Actually, here, I'll bring that up real quick. Because I don't, like I said, when I slowed it down, it did not capture it. And it kind of shocked me because everything else, I believe, when I went back through, it seemed as if it captured everything else except for this first error screen. Oh, shit. I got to find the right file folder. Sorry, I got so much shit opened up to try to go over this shit tonight. It's so much.
Oh, the file.
Dude, that and the web pages to try to figure out what all this coding stuff means, these commands. It's been a fun, exciting adventure just on the animations alone. All right, I got the image, and I just got to share it for you guys. Let's see. Let me remove that. And let's see. I'm going to have to stop sharing the other one. Oh, of course I get a phone call. All right, let me bring this up. All right, hang on one second. But that is the error that comes up before on that where we're at in this stuff. Hang on one second.
Yeah, I can't follow any of this coding stuff.
Oh, it's great, Dana.
This is way out of my pay grade.
We've come to the conclusion on this one here. It's pretty much like someone possibly could be hacking in, and that's just what they got as the error. Like, that's like House blocking them. Maybe.
Right. This, I believe, is the very first image. But again, it was so fast that even slowing it down, like whatever they did, such fuckery that I didn't capture it in CapCut. Riggers.
Yeah, it was like it's all layers, like all of them, and it seems like they get worse as it goes along as well.
It gets all kinds of fuckery. So first we get an error, And then I believe, and watch me now go through this shit and it catches it like in the middle of one of these other frames, Carl, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Because then I'm like, y'all were fucking with some shit. I'm not even playing with them anymore. I'm like, yeah, I give up.
His garage into a
All right,
logistics.
hang on, I gotta stop it again. All the stop and go, folks. I apologize, but it's you piece of shit.
He grew a company founded.
See, this is me slowing it the fuck down. But the next one essentially is just oh shit, that is the one that's no, add that to stage. God, all the clicks. It's so
Click better.
Alright. So the next one is literally the terminal interface that we use in the game in order to hack in to the terminal in order to see sort of what happened in a facility, a vault, what have you, right? It's always got some kind of messages or something that talked about kind of the events that happened before whatever catastrophic thing happened in a place, whether it was a factory, a business, a vault, right? Like the terminals are everywhere.
Yeah, you get a lot of the lore that way, basically.
And it's even letting you know on this one, like they've tried several and they're down to the last attempt. And then we'll get this loading package error. Someone's trying to override loading. And then I don't, like I said, I could have sworn like the error came after because I tried to take them in somewhat of an order. But the error came first and then we get them hacking. So it's weird. Like the whole glitch system thing is all kinds of fucked up.
If you go back to the thing that we just showed that was some actually hacking, if you look, no, the other one.
Which one?
I'm looking on my TV, so I'm a couple of that one.
Mm-hmm.
That says one's correct, one's denied, one's correct. So they got in at some point a little bit.
No, it's showing you how many they got out of 5. So entry denied, you get 0 out of 5 correct. Texas, they got like, or maybe the Texas. Some of these they got like 2 letters out of 5 correct.
I just seen the correct. I was like, wait a minute, did I not notice that before? Because that's usually, you know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'll make it bigger that way you can see a little bit better. Yeah, just like in the game, you try to figure out which word is the password. As you go through, apparently they did not do a good job though, because there's not really anything in here that they've taken out, right? Because in the game you go through, as you go through these little codes and things like that, you're able to kind of take out some of the words and or get more attempts, and it doesn't appear as if they had any success with that. Like it doesn't even show them removing anything. So it makes you think that it's someone that's not that smart, because in the game, you know, you learn that as you go. Thank God for Carl being, you know, my wasteland little expert. He let me know, so I wasn't suffering.
That's why I had to tell you that one, because at first I didn't know that, so I'd have been this person like, just put random ones, it's fine.
Right? Like, fuck you, terminals, you suck. But no, they didn't try any of that, so I don't know. It would make it that particular thing, other than the fact, again, they're just showing us that someone is trying to hack into a terminal to possibly gain information, which, again, is something we do in the games. And then, like I said, follows by a loading package with an error. All these errors are going to constantly pop up. Yeah, these are the animations from the series. They have them on Prime, Amazon Prime. It used to be under extra content, but now it's under bonus content, or what was it, Explore and Shop under the show. And not each week, but after the first 2 episodes, after that, each week they had a little animation they put out on the site. And within the animations are these little glitches. And that is what we're trying to figure out what it all means.
Yeah, I don't even know if you'd call this an Easter. I don't even know what you'd call this. Is just fuckery.
Possible Easter egg, possibly just fuckery, just to hurt our brains and mean nothing. Or it means something completely crazy, but we could figure it out and be the only ones to figure it out. Right?
Yeah, because no one's talking about it besides us that I know of. But we did find a couple others that broke down a couple of the parts.
Right. Or they at least attempted to kind of try to figure it out.
Well, the one thing, you might have gotten the message, maybe.
Right. And then, but see, I couldn't figure out how he did that, though, because it wasn't true. He didn't explain. He was just like, yeah, this JPEG and this. And I was like, but it didn't make any sense even how he got to the message. So I wondered if that was even like a real, because it was on Reddit.
Yeah, that.
So I didn't know how accurate that even was. Like, he could at least gave me a fucking equation. Like, how did you fucking get from this fucking picture that had, or I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm talking about, but one of the glitches has a series of dates and possible files. And he was talking about like a JPEG file, which is on this list, and taking those numbers, I guess, and somehow figuring out a message within, let's see, where is the, it's down a little bit. I think I have the screenshot of it. Oh, where was it? It's like just basically all code. 11100011100 is all that.
The bio, whatever it's called.
Either way, we'll see it at some point when I get
Which, like I said, there are people that can read that stuff, but I'm not one of them.
No, I'm not either. I
never could.
I don't compute. I tried. Look, I looked it up and it was.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah.
I was here reading it off the call. Well, it says if you do this, I don't. The fuck? How am I supposed to? But let's get back to the animation. And again, it's super fast. That's me slowing that shit down. Yes. It's rigor.
He grew a company founded.
See, it's rigor as fuck. Even me trying to stop and go, it's while slowing it down. Like I damn near slowed it down to 0 speed. I don't know if we would have gotten any frames.
Garage into a logistics juggernaut that can now buy and sell garages thousands of times per second.
And here's some more of the companies. There's the global one again. It's like he's just going through and kind of taking over each one of these industries. Because again, he was trying to be kind of the top dog, right? He wanted to, like, the house always wins. So he, even in this episode, talked about how he rigged his machines. He rigged all this stuff in order for him to kind of have the advantage over everyone. So, you know, he wanted to live forever and he was trying to outsmart everybody.
And if you look at all them symbols that's on there right now, that is like every single company pretty much. Because that first one's the rocket one. Mm-hmm. Where we seen the mutants at, or I mean the ghouls at. Mm-hmm. And it's the tools, and then I don't remember which one that is. But those are all each thing. Right.
Even the trains or the metro stations, right? Because we see those. I know for a fact when I played 3, the metro stations were something you had to go through.
And up at the top is the when we were talking about the atomic whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that one might be the global. I can't remember what that one is then down at the bottom. I thought that one was the global atomics. But either way, these are supposed to represent all the different companies. Yeah, the HHT, I believe, is his brother's company or his family's original company before his brother kind of swindled it from him. Half brother, actually. Family history there, folks. Mr. House's family, there's some history there.
I don't recognize what a couple of them are, but I'm sure they're a thing.
Right. One's like looks like a water company. One might be agriculture. You got a like hospital kind of industry.
Yeah.
I don't know if this the one that's kind of like a government building or something, or like not a coliseum, but it's got like, I don't know if that maybe is supposed to represent maybe kind of like government things. I don't know.
I think that was the one that was in the steel thing.
Could be.
Like the towers of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what that one was called either, but you know I'm horrible with names. You're lucky I remember 70% of things I do, especially when it comes to this.
Right.
How did he do it? By gaming reality, using data to account for everything that could happen.
All right. He's again. The glitch comes in right as they start talking about him and sort of his mathematics, and we get another terminal hack. Except this one is very curious because if you remember looking back on the one we showed a second ago, it's this middle column, or the one that's got like form and choose on it, that's normal. That's the way a terminal normally looks when you're going through it to hack it. The ones on the side with all the question marks, I ain't ever seen it like that done before. And it's very particular that within that it says breach. So it makes me think again, like if you're just looking at this stuff as kind of like a mystery kind of thing and them trying to leave little clues, it makes me think again, somebody's trying to breach his systems.
Yeah, that's almost like something totally, like you said, I've never seen that. So that's almost like that's something either somebody is putting in there, like it's the same thing, kind of like they're trying to override it with that, like that's their breach way. Or
right, like they tried the terminal first
Yeah.
in order to breach his systems. Or something like that.
Yeah, because I've never seen it look like that either, with all the question marks.
No, that's fuckery at its best.
And there's question marks before it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
on both sides of what is the normal sort of flow of the terminal, there's these like ridiculous amount of question marks. Again, I haven't played all of Fallout, so you guys let me know who I've played. Let us know in the comments after. When you've played and you've hacked into any of the terminals, have you ever seen it this way? Because from my understanding, it doesn't usually act this way.
Yeah, from my knowledge, I've not seen that either. But I mean, I haven't played every single one either. So unless that's something in '76, which would have been kind of the before times, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would have been before all the things that we've played.
Right.
But I don't know. To me, it seems like they're trying to shove something in there that's like in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's definitely messed up because I mean, everything else is normal, but then where it's all fucked up, it happens to say breach. I don't know. It sounds like somebody's trying to break in, trying to backdoor it. And again, we've seen that in New Vegas, the game. We know people have always tried to hack into his systems, try to get information or what have you. I think that's what's going on within these animations. And as the animations go, the glitches kind of get a little stranger, and or the animations themselves start glitching out. Eventually on the sides, we'll see these little cracks on the screen, like the glass is breaking. So it gets worse, like it's this degrading factor that's going on. And I think now the cracks on the screen, it's not from a hack. That's just almost like wear and tear over time. But it's just interesting that the cracks come in when the glitches are like at their peak.
Yeah, or that could be just from a different device that we're seeing.
Right. Oh, we missed Mr. House. So, it's going to be fun, folks.
Everything
I got his little bitch ass, Carl. Now, we didn't know this, or I didn't necessarily know this when we were first watching these, but after watching through the last one, I believe we're going to find out that first image that we see of him, the picture photo, the number's going to change on it again, but it's this is the picture of that. It's all coded.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like his code in general. Like we know now that he's basically turned himself into AI.
See, I'm still not 100% on that with the season finale. They said the people did all kinds of shit to his body, but then he acted as if his body, like, I couldn't tell if he was like truly gone, or if he's still.
Well, he put himself into a Pit Boy, so.
Wait, but he's always talked through that computer screen, though.
Yeah, but he's never took himself off of that. That was hooked up to his body, so he's mobile now.
But you wouldn't think that he couldn't send himself, like, as far as the signal into the Pit Boy?
Even when even when you have to go get the chip and all that at the part that you're at that you can't go through over there with the Legion, he tells you, he's like, I can't reach that far. But he has to stay where he is.
But the Pit Boy is like right there within the facility, though. He doesn't. The ghoul doesn't take the Pit Boy outside of the facility.
But that to me, that seems like he put himself in that Pit Boy, and that's why he's stuck there. Like,
we'll talk about that more when we get into the episode, because
but
like I said, I'm not fully. I'm 50-50.
I'm about a little bit higher on that, because even when he talks about Victor, he's like, I can only control Victor to a certain point, his reach only reaches out so far.
Which might be why Victor was fucked up too a little bit.
Yeah, well, he sent Victor out there, and then one of the endings is like Victor gets to be sent out there, and he sits into like his own shed, and like House was like, "Yeah, I protected your town," but pretty much he just has Victor go and kick their ass.
Right. Like I said, we'll really dive into that when we talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Like I'm still about 50-50 on it, but there was a lot in the episode. There was. And it kind of, and we'll mention the episode a few times just because of the fact that these animations do kind of correlate with them. And there was some stuff in this last episode, like Carl was saying, the way he kind of transferred himself onto the Pip-Boy.
He was even talking about doing that, like was it the episode before or the episode before that when he was telling Cooper like he needs the energy supply, and when Cooper was going to kill him, and he's like, I need this to go transfer myself to be the next level robot or of AI or whatever he was trying to do, which we know that was the power of. I still don't understand that 100%, but to power up his machine, pretty much, that would have already been powered up, but I don't know.
Right, because his computer system was up. He just didn't have the signal connected, which he's able to connect and disconnect from that we see in the episode.
Well, yeah, which that's a thing we never seen him do either. Because if you look at when he disconnects that time, it says connection lost, and when Cooper was first there, it said no single. So that showed something was going on there.
Right. Let's see what else we got. I don't know if I missed anything. I gotta go look at my images just to know if the damn thing missed anything, because it's fuckery at its best. I'm telling you guys, it made my head spin a lot when we were going through this, just trying to sort of piece it together. So yeah, I think it does. I'm gonna have to really make sure. But when it starts to get into there's one that's not coming up. All right, and I have it. And again, it's weird because, like I said, I try to slow it down just so I could catch. Because when I did this for, excuse me, other shows, I caught all the images when I slowed it down. When I slowed it down for this one, it does not catch them all. I'm almost like 50% sure of that, which means, like, I guess, like I said, they're so fast. It's so like on top of each other. That's crazy. Like, I don't even know how they expect people to figure this shit out. It's ridiculous.
For everything that could happen.
Because there's one of him that pops up. All right, we get that one. Reality map.
Happen. As a client, you
it might be
contribute to
after
and
this
benefit
one.
from this
Yeah. Oh, God. So, again, he talks about his equations in the episodes. This is kind of, again, it's not a real sort of thing in reality, but in the world of Fallout, this is his mathematics. And I like how they do like choice reduction, possibility modeling, use of force, all these different little things. It's got like the rain in there and a parrot. I don't know. But again, he was doing all these calculations. And at the bottom of his life is data. And that is pretty much all he was trying to do, is collecting as much data to try to figure out like the end of the world, among other things.
Yeah, whatever he wants to do. Which is kind of funny that like we're seeing the glitches when it's showing his actual, pretty much the way he thinks in general. Because that's his quote down there at the bottom, that life is data.
Right. Yeah, because it says life is data, Robert House.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I missed one. I hate this shit. It's so fucking fast. Oh, we're gonna miss it again. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it again. I'm gonna have to pull up the images. I was hoping I could do it without having to just pull up the image so we can kind of go through it in order.
and benefit from.
But it's gonna be that difficult.
But you know, even when he was doing it the first time, he was like,
I slowed it down though,
you
Carl.
find a different one, and like a couple times that happened. And now you're like, hey, wait a minute, there's
It was supposed to be better. I slowed it all the fuck down and shit. Oh, I think there it is. All right. I think this is the first one. I'm sorry, guys. It is so ridiculously crazy how fast this shit is. All right. We get a user override. Yes. And then again, that unified operating system engaged, Robco Industries, the copyright, all that's kind of like what we see on the terminals. But it says set file protection, all mandatory. So again, I'm not sure. I'm just assuming that he's trying to protect the files. And it's almost as if as we go through, someone's trying to hack in and possibly House is trying to either find them, kick them out, what have you. Even the image, when I first see his image and code, I'm assuming it's like a firewall. Like, okay, they try to breach, and he's basically kicking them out of the system by showing like his face, like, hey, you fucked up. I see you.
Okay, that says like protection equals own, right?
It says set file protection. And I think the equal is just saying like, it's
Well,
not
I'm
like
saying,
equal. It's just saying like,
but does that mean own, like his own protection? Like that's his protection file?
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's as if he's setting the protocol to say all of his, or to set the files all to like protection, like he's trying to protect them.
Yeah. So that's like his like mandatory update shit that he keeps trying to tell you to do all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then it initializing Robco Industries video controller version 6.12. Which again, there's several of these kind of old computer commands and things that are going to pop up. It's fuckery. Oh God, and there was more. And there he is. Again, after all this shit's going down, we get to see House pop his little fucking face up.
Yeah, that's the one that stands out to me for some reason. I don't understand why that one's colored way different. Like is that when he's really pissed or something?
Maybe because right before that one is this one. So the first one that flashes is just one of the set file protection commands. And then it goes back to showing his equations. And then it comes to this one. It's pretty much the same, except it's like tripled.
Yeah. Like he's like, no.
And
or
then he pops up.
Is that when someone broke him?
Maybe. Oh, shit.
I mean, it could be that. Because that photo seems to be something like other than that's the way he's obviously going to pop up and appear. But like that would also be a way to backdoor him because it's always there.
Yeah, because like I said, this one pops up, and this is that image that we see at the beginning, that photo. We didn't know. I didn't realize it. I don't think we realized it, Carl, until the last animation. But that's that photo, that JPEG file, I think is the one they were trying to get to. So I go back and forth of whether this is a firewall or this is the way that they, in the end, like maybe they, like we were saying on the other night, he hid, or whoever it was, if they had a virus or something, malware type spyware or some shit like that. That maybe they put it in within this image, this JPEG image, or maybe not. All the questions.
But that would be a way to get into. I mean, they do that to us to this day in our computers. You click the wrong picture, you might get something.
Right. And it goes right back to doing those file protections. So it's looking like somebody's fucking in his shit. And then again, it goes right back into sort of the normal animation, sort of the propaganda. It was all fun and games exactly until the system got hacked.
Yeah,
it's fuckery at its best, James.
So is the guy that we saw the ghoul back in Vegas talking to, is that the real House?
The one that was actually inside once he got inside was.
Yeah, the one in his main office.
He wasn't.
So yeah, the House is the one that we see when he goes and he says like, "I know you were sent here to kill me."
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I know I've heard you guys say there's clones and fake houses and other stuff. So I just wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure if that was the actual, like, legit house.
Yeah,
And he
that one's the
what
legit house. The other guy
wasn't
that
he in the bathroom with him
stops.
as well?
Yeah, he was
That
the
was
one in the bathroom. The guy that they have on the TV, as far as the talking head, that's supposed to be, they say, his house. That is someone House is hired to kind of be him.
yeah.
So the
He
guy
goes to
that
all the
brings
meetings and
Cooper,
all that stuff.
yeah, the guy that Cooper runs into before he meets House in House's office is not the real House. Looks like House, acts like House, but he's not House.
Okay.
Hold still.
So, as you juggle up to 9 primary,
Again, all this is now just going to be kind of the propaganda, talking about now that you're part of Robco with your Pip-Boy and the things that you'll be able to kind of do now, the upgrades. It constantly is going to talk about these upgrades that you need to do, whether it's the Pip-Boy, the robots, what have you.
and 26 secondary responsibilities. With Robco's data muscle, you can say
And just like that, it's showing the kind of like an update on the Pip-Boy. We see little updates like that as we go through here. This one's a Robco, the Juggle Toolkit. Helps you juggle. You'll be a better juggler. Why would you not want the Pip-Boy? I mean, yeah, the Pip-Boy. It makes it all better.
Which is basically showing you House's hand where he's like, hey, get rid of the old, this is the new, because he wants to be in your system. That's basically what that's kind of showing you.
say goodbye to costly errors. You can focus on what matters, survival and thrival.
All right. So remain under the Robco umbrella. He's talking about what thrival is. Of course, copyright Robco. Man, why do they got to give me words that are real, but they're like complex words I don't want to try to fucking say? It's some kind of innovation. Yeah, that's say Yabs. A subsidiary of Robco Enterprise Solutions. So I'm assuming it's talking about another one of the companies, and they're just apparently that's even a copyright Robco thing. Thrival. That's fucked up.
And he didn't play games. He's like, you're all my copyrights now.
Right. What's up, Hal dear? Welcome, welcome, hun. Now remember this image here. Later on, we'll see it in one of the glitches. In a whole nother animation. Has nothing to do with the Pip-Boy. Fuckery. What does it mean? What does it mean? And just the fact that, see, like, that image rolls into a glitch as well, Carl. So that's...
Yeah.
There's something there. All right, and it glitches through. All right, hang on. All right, this was from earlier at the beginning of this animation where it's like Robco Industries or whatever, and it showed off like all the different things. But it stops in the middle of it. Of course, we get Mr. House there, but oh shit, hang on. Oh, you bitch. There it is. We get the error coming up, and of course saying Robco internal use only. And if you notice on the other one that I showed earlier from the Enclave in this episode, it said something like, I think Enclave internal use only. So again, someone is trying, they're particularly trying to get into the Robco internal systems. And it even gives us a viewer data code. They're fucking around. And of course, we'll get House pop back up again. So as I went through this, and up until the last one, I was almost positive that this was just like a firewall. And someone's trying to fuck in his systems, and he's kind of like blocking them out. And then we get right back into it. Well, actually, no, we get another error. So it's flashing in between all of these. Sometimes it's the same little error messages, but it's weird how within the glitch, it's flashing in between these things. Again, I still don't fully know what it means other than someone just hella fucking with his systems.
Yeah, and we know, like, from the game that, like we said before, that people have tried this, and they've only had a little bit of information at a time given to them.
Right.
But it was so much information that they didn't even know what to really do with it. It was so advanced for them. So that's how advanced that he is.
Right.
In his systems.
All right. And yeah, I think we get to the second one. Possibly. Yeah, because we're about, minute 22. So yeah, we're into the second one. I'm pretty positive-ish. Yeah, this is the second one. All right, so we get a little core package update, which seems, somewhat normal. Just for the fact that your Pip-Boy's being updated. That's something that House always does with his technology. Constantly updates it, which he's using all the data that he's receiving from everybody, and then he's quote-unquote updating the systems constantly.
Congratulations. Your Pip-Boy firmware is up to date and synced. As total collapse grows likelier, Pip-Boy's community data benefit.
And now we can see we got the dogs on there. We got some other kinds of robots, like it's expanding and telling you more about sort of all of the devices and technology that he has.
All right, and as you see a couple of these things, right? These technologies. Now we know the dogs, for example, that's something that the Enclave used a lot of.
Right.
The eye thing, the iBot,
That's
whatever
their,
you want to call them, that's theirs.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a connection with them. That's like 100% connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's become more valuable.
And the Pip-Boy, obviously, that's for everybody. Just like, our phones would be for us.
Right.
Same type of deal. We're going to watch everybody and do everything.
Valuable than ever.
Yeah, it's watching every fucking thing. You even got the eyeballs on there.
All users, biofeedback and motion tracking data is shared with our partner.
All right, so there's House there. Of course, face is blurred out. This, we believe, is Hank when he goes, and possibly Hank. It's hard to tell because, of course, it's blurred out. But just, I guess, like maybe that's when he was going to talk to him.
It looks a lot like Hank. And like I said, I believe that picture behind him is actually in one of the vaults. Actually, I think it's in the vault that Steph is in. I think that's the picture she pulls out to get into her safe. Or I might be thinking Betty's. But it was in one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that pictures went somewhere. But that picture's straight from the game. And that's a thing. That's like an Easter egg of like one of the people who made the game.
Okay. Haldir says Robco, aka Amazon, pretty much.
Pretty much.
So we can improve our products even after the apocalypse.
And so you can see, and these photos have numbers on them. These are file photos. So when we get to a point to where it shows us this like list of different files, one of them being a JPEG, I don't know which one they're going after, or if they're even going after these images, because it doesn't like give us a number like this. The number gives, I forget what my husband called it, but it's not like the file name number or whatever. It's other fuckery. This was the guy, like this stuff we've seen in the episodes when Barb was talking to different individuals. Talked to Bud, she talked to the scientist about the water chip failing. And so again, they're showing off some of those images here.
When you stand on the shoulders of data giants.
Those were the guys that we've seen. They are no more after this episode. Well, one of them, she's still popping back there. But these were the guys that Lucy's brother let out of the vault. And they were management of sort. Well, actually, I think a lot of them were like assistants to the managers and stuff like that. But they ended up being part of the management program in that vault.
Yeah, because that one chick was only supposed to be there, 2 weeks or something like that?
Right.
So they were being built to be management, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's where the photo, Robert's photo number changes from that 174 whatever it was to now it's like a number 3415, so and so forth. So knowing that they've already breached or attempted to breach, me and Carl are wondering if maybe the number changed because they fucked with something with this photo, because this photo constantly pops up throughout all of these animations. And with it being like this similar or the same photo, why would it have a different number on it?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me on that one.
Other than maybe they hid something within his photo, because he's kind of egotistical. Maybe he wouldn't, I don't know, delete it or something, or they thought he wouldn't go looking there.
Yeah, and to me that one seems like that's one he's had since the beginning of all these in general, like.
Right. Photos can contain code, and we'll see a coded version of this. So every time, I thought it was just a firewall, that every time his photo pops up or his image pops up in code, it's this photo. Now the number up here changes. The first one,
Did we lose Scarlet?
It seems so.
Oh, she's gonna be screaming. I can hear her now. Damn internet! See, she discovered too many computer glitches.
Oh yeah, they got us, Robco.
They're trying to stop her. They're
I
trying to
thought it was
stop
me
her.
for a minute.
So did I. I was sitting here like, wait a minute, my headphones all messed up. I was like, I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nobody.
No, we're
Exactly,
still here.
Scarlet. Exactly. She said internet went down. They don't want me to show you guys. Of course they don't. You've discovered too much. They must get rid of you now.
Yeah, the house always wins.
That's it. They're like, oh, that redhead, we gotta stop her. She's gonna fuck it all up.
Oh shit.
Restarting my stuff. Be back in a minute. I hope. We're here, Scarlet. Don't you worry.
So, what do you think of any of this stuff, Dana? Do you have any thoughts?
When it comes to the coding, absolutely none. Absolutely
Well, what
zero.
do you think that any of this stuff could mean? Like, what is it pointing to you? Like you watched the show and stuff.
This reminds me very much of what we used to do with Evil, where Evil used to have the secret messages kind of like embedded in the episode. And I think because not enough people are paying attention to it, that it hasn't been figured out yet. And I don't know if down the line, maybe they're going to give you guys more clues to what it actually is. But I wouldn't be shocked if there is something embedded in the code for you guys to figure out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know how to read all that stuff. And there's also there's several different codes. Like, if someone knew how to do some of the old coding, like the DOS stuff or any of that kind of stuff, or even like reading the bio stuff, which I like I said, I've never been able to read that stuff, that there's something in that maybe there's even something that you can run through DOS to get to something.
Because this just seems like a whole lot of effort to go to waste.
Especially since it's so fast and it's like it's not normal. It's not just like we can watch these little animated things.
Because I've even gone into like Facebook groups for you guys, into like some of these Fallout kind of groups, and nobody's talking about this.
Yeah, I'm in a couple groups, and I've never seen anybody talk about it. I don't see anything on my YouTube ever appear, and I
Right.
watch some of the stuff that goes deep dives and stuff.
So
And
I just don't know if like there's just not enough eyeballs on it that, you know, there
This
isn't the
is
one
why, Dana,
person.
they kicked me out. The Enclave knows I know too much.
they know, next thing you know, there's going to
I
be one of
already
the
said,
eyes at your door.
remember, if anything happens, code word pineapple.
I'm telling you, man. I was like, you piece of shit. It's like reconnect. No, go reconnect. Like the internet's sitting there trying to like reboot. It's like, fuck you. I'm like, oh shit.
Don't get fished though, Scarlet.
I don't want Fisto. Don't send that to me, Carl. You can keep him.
I was thinking a minute ago, like, with the Fisto thing, was Mr. House watching that too? Because Fisto, like, you might have more problems than we think.
I don't know what all Mr. House had his hands into.
But he would have known what Hank was doing.
Let's see. How Dear says maybe you could run it through a hex editor to look for a message. And see, that dude, whatever that guy did, he didn't run and which one are we talking about in particular? Which frame? Is it the one where it's all code? For the hexadecimal?
Wasn't that a thing that was brought to our attention at some point?
Well, when I look through stuff, it comes up with like the binary and all these different things, but I couldn't make heads or tails of how to configure it based off what it was showing us. Like the way it was set up, I couldn't tell the beginning or the end, right? Like it's because each letter is so many numbers, and you have to have those numbers in like where there's like a break, so like 1100 whatever.
Yeah,
like you count them in a certain way, like wherever the 1 and the 0 is determines like the value, and then that value is added up, and that determines what letter it is. But I don't. Let me see. Let me look at it. I look up the hexadecimal. The hexadecimal. I can't read. I don't even know if I read that right.
That's why when they showed the binary, that's why that immediately clicked to me. Like that probably definitely that at least that said something, or is showing us something to do. Like that seemed to be some sort of.
Okay, yeah, I did actually look at this thing. Yeah, we did. We looked at this because this is one of the things I did look at.
Did.
But it's not like I put. Would it let me put the? Let me see. I don't think it would let me just put the image into this one. I could type it in, but I don't even. Oh God. Again, I don't know like the starting point. No, you know what? Fuck you. I'm turning you off. You're trying to do shit I don't want you to do. But that is one thing I tried to look into a little bit. How Dear, I don't know where it starts or ends in order to start. Like if I type in the numbers wrong, I don't know if it's going to actually like does it know when the 1100101101 is for that letter and then transitioning to the next letter. Like it doesn't give you a break within them, so I don't know how that works. I don't even know where to start as far as typing the ones and the zeros and shit in. Now, if you're talking about some of these other images, I don't know, I might be able to try that.
House himself. The more you wear your Pip-Boy at all times, even while sleeping, the more ammo we'll have in the data war.
Oh, the data war. And again, in this last episode, he kind of talks about how he was trying to be top dog, but someone outclassed him, and he referenced to the Enclave as being those. So again, I think he's at war with them, whether he knew it or not. He was trying to collect. It's almost as if like they want you to think it's these outside countries and stuff like that, but really all the things that are going on, I think are just the Enclave is trying to be top dog. House was trying to be top dog, and they, kind of battling it out.
As Enclave ever went, that's how they've always been. That's kind of even how we show how Voltec, how they're like, they produce like the bombs. They're like, oh yeah, this is maybe we should drop 5. You know what I mean? Like they was planning all that stuff.
Right.
That's where they first started. There was a thing in England that first dropped the thing, and that started like one of the first wars, and that was started like of some of the other, and that's how come we had taken over Canada and all the China stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, that's definitely a very Enclave thing to do.
Let's see. How Dear says, I've seen hex editors used to look through old NES games and firmware for secret messages and code. Not sure how to use one myself. Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't sure how to figure that part out. I'm still. I mean, I'm not kind of done figuring it out. Because it's gonna like make me scratch my head until I can. So I might try to see if. And I'm trying to figure out which ones would I put in through the code though, like because some of this stuff is just files. It's now this one that is going to come up with a system debug command and stuff like that. That one I might try to put through and see, just because there's a lot of numbers and craziness, and it's pretty like there's spacing and stuff like that. I might try it with that one.
As Robert House posits, warfare is mathematically solvable. It isn't a cruel bullets and missiles fire, a data problem built for Robco's data war chest.
Yay, Robco wins! Woo! All the data. Robco versus the computer. Of course he wins. Bastard, he rigged that game too.
Of course, he wins flawless victory.
But we need your help to keep it constantly updated forever. So keep your bank.
Let's see, we got self-educating missiles, world's heaviest robots, massive data. So yeah, he's letting you know all of this is within his family, and if someone's trying to get access to all of this, then that's some shit. It would have to be aligned with the same number of columns and rows exactly to be readable. Yeah, and that's why some of these I don't know if I'll be able. Like, there's one image that's going to pop up in particular, or I'm hoping it's going to pop up in particular, and it's just straight code, like ones and zeros, but it's not in any kind of like order. And I'm not familiar with this stuff to begin with. This is a lot of like old systems type of things. We'll see DOS mentioned in a little bit. So I was hoping one of you guys is very computer knowledge, more than I could help figure it out.
Yeah,
look, I talked to Manicore one night when he was in chat. He was scratching his head, I think, too. But I'm gonna have to look into that. How dare you? I might have to. I'm gonna put a note in that and see if we can't get somewhere with it.
Account linked, because getting the most out of your Pip-Boy could be a matter of.
All right, we're getting ready to do another glitch, and it's right after it's talking about payments. And of course, it doesn't have like any name or account number or anything, but it's just like, the power of attorney defaults to Robco estate attorney, and terms to change, please contact your attorney. As if they were going to let you out of your contract, Carl. You're fucked.
There's a power of attorney, and then you can contact your attorney.
Because it defaults to the Robco estate attorney. And good luck getting out of that payment plan.
Life.
All right, so we start, and it's going to be the C drive Windows System 32 debug command, followed by all that coding. Hang on, I got to stop it. It's being all the fun. All right. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, you piece of shit. That wasn't the first one. I don't have to go all the way back. I'm sorry, guys.
Boy, could be a matter of life or death.
All right. This one I could possibly put into something maybe, but I think it's just running commands, but that doesn't mean that there's not something written in here to figure out within all of these numbers. But it starts off with the system Windows debug command. I think there's a different system used to display hexadecimal that uses the full ASC. Is that ASCII? Because I always wondered if that's like a double I set of numbers, letters, and symbols. And yeah, I looked when I was trying to go through this and look for the binary kind of stuff. It did come up with that S or ASCII and the hexadecimal stuff. So maybe within his image, when it's flashing his image, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something in there.
Maybe, because there is a lot of things going on there.
A lot of symbols and such. And it didn't look like normal coding to me. I mean, which I don't know shit. So based off my little knowledge, it didn't look normal coding, but it could be. But it gets into all these different commands, and so like it says CLS, which is fine. Oh my god, okay. What is a CLS in computing? CLS is primarily a command line interpreter command that stands for clear screen. It is used in DOS, Windows, command prompt, and various terminal emulators to clear the console window of previous command and text output, providing a blank workspace. It is used in older basic program languages to clear the screen display. What does that mean? Well, yes, clear screen. Thank you, Mr. James. Look, I didn't know what it meant. I had to go look it up. And look, me and Dana are going to learn computers. Maybe.
Speak for yourself.
Do you follow any of this so far, Dana?
Nope.
Shit.
You lost me about 7 screenshots ago.
Oh shit, we're fucked. Here says the ASCII is the standard for computer fonts and symbols. Oh, okay. See, we're learning, Dana. Hang on, for both of you guys. Shit. I got it. It was very educational today, folks.
Again, speak for yourself.
And
I cannot be included in this conversation.
So if it's clearing the screen, and then it's going to copy one or more files to another location, and I'll put this image into. Do I have it over here? Which one? That's not the one. Is this the one? Let me go back. I gotta see. I have so many. Oh, I just fucked myself a little bit there. That's okay. I can get it back. All right. So that's the one I got up. Okay. So the image displays a retro computer screen showing a debug session. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the right one. I'm telling you guys, I got too many tabs open. All right. The image displays a retro computer screen showing a debugging session with hexadecimal code and corresponding ASCII text, likely from a vintage system like the Digital Microsystems ZSBC3. And so the ASCII text includes standard command line instructions such as the CLS, the clear screen, copy, and file extensions like .exe and .bat. The prompt C with like the system32debugcommand.com suggests a command line interface environment, possibly a simulation or an emulator of an old operating system or scene from a game, which we know this is, just like out of the game. They're using the game Fallout's terminal systems and stuff like that, but it's a little bit more advanced than what we see in the game. But that's basically what the AI is telling me. So display includes memory addresses and data dumps, typically a low-level programming or debugging interface. The screen content is similar to those found in retro computing context or hacking minigames within modern video games like Fallout. Let's see what you guys say. I said all that so you guys can help me interpret. So I'm assuming, again, they're going through and they're running all these commands on the system. I learned that like the D and the E, the W, the Q, those are commands. I think like the W was, and it says writing down here. So it's writing, whatever the number is, bytes. What is also interesting as we go through some of these words, like where it says writing down there under the W, is that normal for I'm assuming normal for the letter itself when it's just the letter to be capitalized, but is it normal for when it's saying the writing and it's actually spelling it out for the W to be lowercase while the rest of it's capitalized? I found that to be, and that made me think that we have to go through and find all of these kind of fuckery words. I don't know if I have brain power for that. So so that's why I went through a lot of sort of pages of things to learn what, if any, like how much of this is sort of normal computer programming codes and such, and what is like, okay, this is just completely fuckery. Let's see. It can be pronounced ASCII for short. Did I say that? I hope I said that right. I probably sound like I said ASCII. No, words. But so again, and it's, let's see, it's copying all these different files from source places, and then, you know, it's giving you a destination on where they're going to go, very source specific, and it goes through it, and it goes through it again. But down here, when it goes through it, it's giving you these sort of, okay, I can't tell if these words are fucked up because I'm assuming, I don't know what something, I don't know if that's an I or an L, lure name. You know, it's supposed to, I think that was supposed to be loading, but it didn't load. The words are all fucked up. And then, of course, we get the .com, .ex, .bat. Just more of sort of the same. And now this right here, all of this shit, I might have to try to do what you're talking about and see if there's not actual, how dear, something to what is being written here. Although I'm assuming these were just, like, it gives you these commands and then it goes through the numbers. All right, so let's see. James says the memory address, that number 0061, so forth. First part tells the computer where the data is located. Think of it like a GPS coordinate for a specific byte in the system's memory. See, James, we need you on stream. You understand the bits, all the bits, because I don't understand the fuck I'm looking at. Let's see, what else did I have on that too? Because it was saying all those other commonly deeper dive. I like to do the deeper dive. Oh shit! Something went wrong and AI respond. AI has failed us. Riggers. They said no, we can't deep dive. I swear to God, I'm having too many tech problems with this shit tonight, Carl. Fuckery.
It's overloaded it all.
It's all fuckery. Oh, so see, I might have to put this through then the ASCII table. I don't think I don't know if I like that better than trying to say the spelling. So, oh god. Because if they could be a hidden message, because I don't know anything about coding, so like to me it's all foreign fucking writing right now. Other than the fact that, you know, I was able to go through and kind of like type in what's like the specific command or whatever and ask, you know, Google, hey, what does this mean in terms of computing? And it gives me some sort of thing. Look at a few. 43 equals C. 4C equals L. 53 equals S. So, okay. Copies. 20 equals space. Holy shit. And when you put it all together, the right side of the string translates to... What does it translate to? CLS copies 1? Is that what it translates to? Shit. What's up, Great Gold? It's fuckery at its best. Well, you know what? This is good, though. We're getting somewhere. I feel like we're actually... Y'all actually know what the hell's going on, where I was highly fucking confused. So I might take this then and try to put it through... Now knowing that you can take this sort of, because I was trying to take the 1001010 shit and trying to figure out like the message of that. I didn't even think about like this. There's a message. I
didn't either because like I don't know how any of that, like, to read any of that shit.
That's interesting though. All right, so there could be a message here, folks. We might have another stream here in the very near future. It seems they are copying files. Okay, so and that makes sense because again, it seemed like someone was trying to hack in and take something from House, which you get in the games. That happens. You had the Apocalypse group do that. They used Benny with the robot to sort of backdoor House and get into his systems and stuff like that. We do it in the game to help her. After Benny sort of fails or she realizes what Benny's really doing.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of thinking that at some point they were doing, like somebody was copying and someone's blocking, and someone
Mm-hmm.
to me there almost seems like there's someone else doing something as well, but I don't know. I ain't too sure on that or not.
Right. There's a lot of fuckery going on within this. So yeah, I have to look more into the hex editors and stuff and see if I can't try to get this translated or if it is even translatable to anything. Or it's just again showing all the different commands and the specific files or whatever the data or the bytes that they're trying to transfer. And then it goes right back into the normal sort of thing. I think. Well, I think it does, and I think it's still kind of glitchy. Oh, let's see. Yeah, okay. And then we get, of course, the error again, Robco internal use only with the viewer data code. Now, this I might be able to put in too. See, I didn't think about that. Now, see, I'm glad y'all said that though, because then at least maybe these numbers might translate into a message. Or is that too many numbers? 41032. How many numbers is allowed when translating? And I don't speak computer. Beep bop boop.
Talk like a robot.
Oh, I'm trying to talk like I gotta understand robot language. I gotta talk like a robot.
Talk like a robot.
You have to type that out in a file, and you can use AI to decode it. Yeah, James, you're gonna have to jump in a Discord with me at some point, and we'll maybe help me out because I'm not gonna remember how to do this. Yeah, the binary codes. Yeah, and I looked up binary. We looked up the hexadecimal stuff. I didn't remember that's what it was called, and the ASCR.
Yeah, I remember looking through some of that stuff.
We did that the other night. When Dana was talking about me and Carl were like knees deep in fucking researching computer coding and such, and I just got more confused. It was not computing. My brain said hell to the nah. All right, now we get to another one. And again, in this fast launch, I looked up what that is, and that's sort of something that's used to skip like an intro of a video or like a video game. So I'm thinking like if you've ever played a video game before, you know you get that initial sort of like intro screen or cut scene that you get, kind of talks about the game or whatever a little bit, shows you some bits. And then when you load back into the game, you usually don't get that again. I'm thinking it's something like that because I like in New Vegas when I loaded the game up the first time, it did that whole like scene with the guy shooting and all that kind of different stuff, right? But then when you start back in the game, you don't get that. So I think that again, the fast launch is he's loading that in to sort of bypass, or like if you've already done something. Oh, look at James. He said that one, the error before is power supply failure. Shit, James, you might have found one of the fucking missing pieces that we was trying to put together. Because the last one, remember, Carl? The last one, it said the thing about the connection and shit. And if they're trying to have supply failures and shit.
Yeah.
It's fuckery. But I think this is just kind of like fast launching because you've already kind of, like, we went through the first Pip-Boy initiation stuff. So maybe this is sort of like, okay, if you've already kind of gone through that, yes, he wants that still on the Pip-Boy, but you've already been through sort of the, hey, welcome to Robco family, da-da-da-da-da, take a picture, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like we're going to fast launch you past that point, so when you go back into your Pip-Boy, you don't have to, like, constantly go through that, possibly. Not sure, but that's what I took from the fast launch command.
Civilization may not be around much longer. That's why Robco is...
There's General Atomics. Okay, so it's not the global one.
Okay.
That global one, though, I swear I've seen that one in the game for something. I just can't remember what that company is. But yes, the General Atomics is the one I'm thinking of, though, that we see at the end of the episode after the credits on that piece of paper. That's very fun that we're going to talk about during the episode. I'm saving it to the reveal of that. Thank you again, Carl. That was beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I got real excited.
Yeah, we almost missed all of that, too.
I know.
When I first seen it, I was like, wait a minute.
I know. Now I got to go back to the first season. And see, I didn't see the first one in the first season. I don't believe I saw after the credits. So if you guys haven't seen it again, in the last episode of this season, and I believe even in the first season, after the outro credits or whatever, there is a cut scene at the end of the finale episodes with some bits, some little things.
Partnered with General Atomics to
It's
bring
Mr.
you the
Handy.
new Mr. Handy.
Like he'll do all the things for you. It's the yellow medal winner, General Atomics Robot Olympics. They had a Robot Olympics.
That's weird.
Oh, and apparently our records show that you're below recommended level of owning Mr. Handy. Last purchased over 2 years ago.
So you need a new Handy.
Well, yeah, because you got to get rid of the old Handy. What was it, the 6 Handy or something? You got to get the new Handy, Mr. Handy. He's new and approved.
So he only has 5 hands.
And then we get some more bits down here. Model number. There's something about Mr. Handy. Next gen, so it's the next generation. User proof things. 2042. That 2042 is when Robco was founded. Or he created the company. All rights reserved. 2077 General Atomics, and 2077 is the year of the Great War / Fallout. Mr. Handy gives unhappy endings. So I don't know now. I mean, well, you got Fisto.
Yeah, Fisto is the completest.
But Mr. Handy's there to do all sorts of things. He could be a medic. He could, kick ass, clean. I think he can clean your house too. I can't remember what all he does. He does all sorts of things.
He tells you jokes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's got the best jokes around.
He can give you water.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he gives you bad medical advice, though.
Well, it depends on what he's programmed for, because some of them aren't programmed for medics, and they're not very good medics.
Not at all.
Telescopic 3x hand power is up to.
See, look, he'll take out folks who get in your way. Disables humans at 3 times strength. He is a piece of shit, though. I'd be happy to shoot him for real. Well, some of them are nice. Some of them are not.
Well,
Especially some of the other robots. They real pieces of shit.
What are the army ones called? Those ones are pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
60 times more effective at any task.
Oh, God. You see how fast he does things? He could do your grocery list. Look, beans times 200. Buy. Apparently you need 200 beans. Or, yeah. Bins. Either way.
Beans.
It's more effective at.
Oh, God, he got toilet paper. Oh, my God. That's a lot of fucking. He must have. Oh, God, this must have been during COVID. He bought more toilet paper, I think, than the girls in Evil, Dana. Let's see. I do my. That's a lot of fucking toilet paper. That's ridiculous.
He was the one all along.
They do indeed. The beans will last, but that is a shit ton of toilet paper. They is really getting ready for the end of the world. We thought we was fucking like going crazy when shit goes on in our timeline and people freak out and go buy toilet paper. Look at this shit. That's he was buying all kinds of shit too. Getting ready, I guess, for the apocalypse. But don't worry, if you have a Mr. Handy, he'll take care of your shopping list for all of the apocalypse. And he's got great vision to see baddies.
Task.
Look, he can see through shit. Like, he's got all these attachments, like the guns and the medical things and such. It's all of this is all of his weapons. After you eat that many beans, you need toilet paper. I mean, so I guess, yeah, that's true. He's working it out one way or another. A lot of shit, though.
Would you like that?
Thank you.
Not much, but.
They have all the attachments. Wonder why he always has his soul out, though.
Well, he's got all the bits. Sorry.
I don't trust him.
He's fine. He's Mr. Handy.
Can handle day.
Oh, look, he's a pest control. Gotta take care of the.
Handy.
You see, all the pests. Apparently, doggies too. Captures rats. What? Wait, that's a rat. What the fuck is that? Like one of y'all's rats, Dana? The second one is like a sewer rat. What the fuck is that?
I don't think there's anything like our rats.
And what the hell kind of bug is that down there below it? At first I thought it was like a dragonfly, but it's got 2 heads. What kind of mutated? Is there a mutated fucking dragonfly in Fallout I'm unaware of? Is that the little moth? I know there's the moth thing.
There's,
Whatever the
there's
fuck.
a dragonfly looking thing too.
Oh, well.
The other thing could be a mole rat, I guess.
It could be, that's true. But it's like a normal happy rat. You see like its face is all happy and shit, and then the rest of them, and you get a happy looking dog. Like, he's going to take out dog meat. What the fuck? Well, that's no fun. Well, either way, Mr. Handy's there to take care of pests, your grocery list, bad guys, and all kinds of things. Why would you not want to purchase this awesome robot for however much purchase price is? All the future tasks.
Handle day-to-day.
And I believe we're on like the 3rd animation. I believe this is the 3rd one. I think. I'm almost positive we're on the 3rd one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look at that shit. All the torque and everything. These motherfuckers just wilding out and shit. Yeah, well, you need one of those. Mole rats get a bad rap like pit bulls? Yeah, possibly. How you feel about them rad roaches? What kind of... They get a pretty interesting reputation too, the little bastards.
No, they give you the meat.
Well, so do the mole rats.
Exactly. That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Did I make tacos somehow?
Yeah, they still had the taco stand. That was great. And look, he does all sorts of things. He cuts your hair. It looks like he can fix things. All kinds of bits.
And on the factory line.
Yeah, see, get rid of the old Mr. Handy. Nobody wants the old model. Get the new one.
Better than outdated 6-hander.
Yeah, you don't want a 6-hander. They're out of date. Hard to ship, unsupported by new software. Some elements geopolitically impossible to produce. So they upgraded, updated, and made it even better. Get the new Mr. Handy.
Did you know human labor costs will skyrocket post-collapse? Mr. Handy pays for itself.
Well, with that sort of advertisement, Carl, where do I sign up? I mean, with the total, likelihood of such things happening.
Yeah, you gotta jump on that now.
Right? Definitely before, the increase the price, which is probably in like 2 seconds from the time you watch this. But, you got to get it in before the price goes up, right? You don't want the price to go up on you. It's already expensive. But you need a Mr. Handy. 75% businesses cite talent as top cost. Yeah, so you don't even have to have labor cost. You just pay for him. He pays for himself over time.
Yeah, he equals 2 people.
Right? I mean, that alone. And we already know how it works out in the wasteland with people. They're pieces of shit. But the robot, they're pieces of shit too, but they're programmable.
Yeah, just don't hit the wrong button.
Well, and make sure your software is up to date as well.
Always.
Presuming 50% staff reduction post-purchase. Plus, he's 100%.
Oh. All the glitches. Right before that, we get agreeableness. Oh, look, see, he's being very nice to this lady. She had a coffee order. Favorite colors, lavender. Oh, personality, 100% customizable. So, see, he's customizable with all the attachments, Carl. Might be better than Fisto. Does Fisto come with all the attachments?
Well, he says massage mode is activated, so.
Right. I mean, I know that you can customize Fisto, but this one has attachments.
He might be a little bit more gentle than Fisto.
Maybe.
I mean, clamp clothes. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't show all the attachments. We don't know what all he comes with. He's got multiple attachments, Carl. I mean, he can shoot folks away from you, and he can massage you.
And give
Possibly.
you a coffee.
And get your coffee.
And he's
Agreeableness is
reasonable.
high. He's highly agreeable to your commands. What more could you ask for? But with that, we are going to, I believe, get another glitch.
Does he have a wig on him?
He does.
Man.
Because she, customized him to the right personality. Yes, you see, even you can, because remember, some of them do look different as far as like they'll have like green on them or medical like look, or like you said, the one that's kind of like military one, and so they are very customizable.
100%.
Oh, I gotta go back. So see, we get a little glitchy error here. Hang on, you fucking catch that shit.
Plus, he's 100%.
All right, so we get the 3 exclamation points. And it says, certain essential transactions may not be conducted automatically. Consult license agreement. Robco now projects total society collapse inevitable at 70%. Update auto push. But we get 3 exclamation points. And this is going to change. Like, these exclamation points are going to keep popping up. But the green, all this green is pretty normal. We're going to get another little color coming up here for too much longer. Let's see. Great Gold says, I would cover my Mr. Handy in refrigerator magnets. Oh, all the glitching. I don't even know if I caught anything that was in there. Oh, God. This is like the most ridiculous shit ever. All right. So I think it's just the exclamation points in this one. I think. Oh, and it goes back down to 60. Because, see, it says 70%+, but likelihood of total collapse is at 66%. And that's something that increases until it gets to like basically 100%.
Yeah, it keeps changing here and there.
So it's interesting that this error is popping up over top of it. And it's like, I don't know, it's letting you know, man. Just letting you know. And then it gets right back to normal. So I don't know what that glitch meant, other than the fact that it's like fuckery at its best. See, and then we get up to 70%. And all right, so those exclamation points with it saying the 70% pops up, and then we get this, which is the orange color I was talking about, which makes me think this is the point of full breach, or at least they're like now truly fucking with his shit. Because this color is going to end up being on the last one the whole way through. Like, the rest of them, it goes back and forth between this, I believe, green and this orangish color. But the last one is totally orange. I don't know if that's the color in Fallout that means anything or not, but to me, it just made me think like, oh shit, they have, like, now it's like indicating maybe they possibly breached his shit and they're fucking with the displays, and who knows what else while they're trying to collect information. And the last one is going to be the one where I think it's the Enclave, and that they're not just trying to get information, but possibly, again, when I'm saying they're fucking up his systems, it's possibly his missile defense system. Maybe. Perhaps.
Could be.
Don't worry, though. Look, we got all the alerts, but we're going to get a helpline.
Robco knows things change.
And again, this is the normal animation stuff, Robco, but the stuff behind here is not typically. So I'm not sure if, again, like, they're fucking with the system that's them behind, and then this is like the normal Robco stuff. Not sure.
Fast. We are here for you. Say help to initiate automated listen line.
And then it did an update. Again, the update was in orange. It wasn't like the other updates where they've always been in green. And it says Robco automatic update, which worries me because I'm thinking if this is like the third party or whatever, whoever's trying to hack in, if this is kind of representing them, the color, and the updates under that color, then I'm assuming they got in, they placed whatever they were trying to place, And now that he's updating the system, it's going to like replicate it, whatever, do whatever the virus, malware, spot, whatever they were trying to do, it's going in through this update.
Yeah, that could be a thing. But like you said, on the last things, it seemed like all that was coming straight from the casino as well. So that could be him taking over all this stuff
Right.
as well. So that doesn't necessarily mean that's them, but it could be either or.
Right. And we don't know how dear exactly where the hacking is coming from, whether it's a terminal, a Pip-Boy, or even one of his robots, because Benny did that in New Vegas. He used, what was it, Mr. Happy or something like that? Yes, man. Yes, man.
It's a whole, which, was that the last episode that was shown?
I believe so, where you see him in his office, the robot on the floor.
That's straight up the Yes Man ending, where you see it, that's straight up, like, that kind of shows that ending. Now, are they really showing that ending? Maybe it's just an Easter egg, but that's where Yes Man would have put himself into Mr. House's computer and became Mr. House, pretty much.
Right.
It is weird that there's mysteriously a Detective-Con there that's not shot, nothing's wrong with him. And then
he's just, well, I can't remember. I have to, when we look at the photos and we go over the episode, I don't think he looked damaged like the ones on the outside, but I can't remember. I'll have to look at the photos again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he looked pretty like normal.
Yeah, just like he just crashed right there or something, but he didn't look like the other ones looked like they were shot out or destroyed by maybe the death claws or something.
Yeah.
Purchase refusals will be logged, so don't wait. And put your
and then we're back to the green, right? So again, they updated and now we're back to sort of normal, or are we? And look, we get orderly, nanny, and torture as our options for some styles for Mr. Handy. I told you, Carly does it all.
I mean, everybody needs one of them three at some point, you know.
Well, you know, you need a nanny to, you know, for the kids and such, maybe even clean the house a little bit, possibly. And when you get old, you might want an orderly. And then, you know, if you ever have someone who is just a piece of shit in the wasteland, you might need him for a torturer. All the caps. Yep.
Just don't select the wrong style, that's all.
Right. He mistakens you and shit. That's fucked up.
future in safe handy. Remember,
put handy in hands. Warning: irrationality causes unnecessary energy expenditure, increased likelihood of failure, use of product beyond. We read this before, and I'm not reading those again. And Dana did the research, and she told us what it meant. You go back on the last video. Remember, you told us what the word it's basically obsolete. This obsolescence.
Oh.
Horizon can result in confiscation or robot intransience. Something like that.
Words.
Robco doesn't devalue human life. It values ingenuity.
And again, there is his picture again, and the file photo number is still the 34, but again, it changed. The original one was like a 17 number, something or another. I don't know why the file photo number up here would change unless someone did something to it. Right? I mean, because it seems it's like the same photo. Now, it could be a different photo, but it's like, why would he have two of the same photo? Like, I don't know. Just another little bit up there that changed. And again, some of these things change throughout these animations. And this is one of them. The file photo number changes. And we're going to see some other bits here in a little bit that'll be changing back and forth. I hope I didn't miss them already. I don't think they came up yet.
Of Robert House.
Oh, all right. So we're back to what we saw before, which is, again, running through those commands. And it's pretty much the same. I don't think any of these numbers change. I didn't completely look at each one, but I kind of looked to make sure, and I didn't see any changes. It's still running the same commands and transferring of files to different locations. And then we get, of course, there's that error the viewer data code. We don't get an error. We just get for that Robco internal use only viewer data code. We get a priority level now. And here are the files. I think I missed one. There should have been another one before this one, actually. I'll bring up the photo of that. So again, I don't know. It's hard for me to stop and go, but I did take screenshots of all of the first like 3 or 4 of these. Let me go back in my screenshot. Oh, I got to find the right ones. Because I thought there was one before this one. And I might have missed it just going through all this stuff because it's so fast. But I'm going to bring up the photo because I have it somewhere in all of the imagery. Not in that one. Oh, shit, where did it go? I know it's in here. Oh, here it is. All right, let me bring up this photo. All right, so the first one that we're going to, this one's technically not the first one we get of these set of files or links. They're HTML, so it's basically like HTML. We get a JPEG, but the first set, because this date here says 2045, the first set we're going to get is only about half of these, and the date, or I should say the year, is set in 2020. So let me bring that up real quick. There it is. This is the first one that we get. And again, it's the date. I think that it even changes to DOS in the second one that I just had up from the video. But it starts off again. We get 12/31/2020. That year 2020 is the year of House's birth. That is not his month. He would have only been maybe about 4 or 5 months old at that date. And it's very specific to this date, pretty much all the way through as far as the day and the month and even the time. The thing that changes is the year. And then over here, these numbers remain the same for the file that they are with, or the link or whatever. The JPEG, all that sort of stuff. This number stays with them, but the name of this changes. So it goes from like Windows 98 Pro to like not DOS 98 Pro. The JPEG stays. Well, actually, some of the lettering and stuff, like it gets by the end of the animations on the last one, this whole list is like gibberish, like where you can tell like, right, Windows 98 Pro, Windows 10, Windows 7, 8, so on and so forth. It gets to where by the last one again, which is totally in orange, like that whole animation's in, I believe, orange, that color, it's all fucked up. And then it goes back to like another one. So it gets all, this right here really got me and Carl for a loop, mostly because this date, like, that indicates some fuckery before House started his company, before House was even a year old. What are like, Robco was not founded. The only company his family had was the H&H Tools. So what computer system are they looking on in that date pre-House's birth? Or not birth, but his company, and even pre like him even being able to walk. Which is, and again, there's the JPEG file, which could be his image, but then again, why it's sourcing it from a young age. So what?
It definitely wouldn't have been the same image of the older House. I mean, like, unless, like I was saying, like, it's almost like he's been made the way that he is, like, or something. If that has anything to do with him.
Right.
Like, that's something put in him. Which could mean, I mean, he could be a synth, which wouldn't make sense because he deteriorated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
And this is only like a portion of what we get now. Oh, I went too far when I pressed it. Here it is. And this one, again, it changes the year to 2045. The time, the day, and the month stay the same. We get a new date at the bottom and a new time. And then the files go from Windows to DOS. And then for the most part, the rest of these look the same down to the JPEG. And then we get some other ones. It's like a copy help. Again, some kind of text file, I believe, among other things. And then it gives you an echo command. for computeronline.com, which I looked up the web, like just to see if it was a website or something they put out. I couldn't find anything other than an Australian website, and it's not even, it's computeronline.com.au, like Australia or something like that. So, the fuckery of fuckeries. Yeah. It just gets more fun. And then, of course, we get I don't know, it's not the same, I don't think it's the same numbers, but we get another viewer data code. And so these I'll try to put in like James was doing to see if I can't come up with something else with those in that priority level. Like maybe, I don't know if the numbers mean anything or not in one of those formats that we can translate it.
Yeah, I have no clue on that. But the date thing, like in the Fallout universe, dates mean that they matter. So like that's telling us something. I don't know what it's telling us, but them dates are telling us something.
Right. And 2045, I believe, is what, 3 years after the company was founded. It was founded in 42.
Yeah, I believe so.
So again, they're dates that are related to House to a degree, but why? Like they just don't seemingly make sense to me. But they are there, and it is within the glitch. All right, and then this one, I believe, is where are we at? We're like at the 5th one. Yeah, this one's the Protectortrons. And we start off with that yellow color with the error. It's trying to reconnect, possibly having trouble, as if someone is trying to, essentially it's like as if they're trying to block you out of your own system. And then, of course, we get and this thing has been popping up too. I know when I first was going through these, you can't really see it at the top, but during a lot of the beginning of it, it does say user override. And again, that Unified Operations System engaged, Robco Industries, copyrighted, all that you kind of see also in this week's episode with the Enclave's terminal, except it's going through what Steph tells them. But again, we get another version of the Fast Launch Pro with eye tracker. Again, just sort of these updates that virus that houses. I'm assuming with his systems, he's got these constant updates, and this is just one of them because it's in green. Let's see what happens, and it's enabled. So here we go. All right, we got some patch installs, the live pricing identifier, and we'll see something about the pricing stuff in a minute. And we got the brand consulting. So these are things that it's loading in. It's doing these patches to tell you more about his products, I believe.
World security outcomes have proven resistant.
Oh, shit. Energy saving. We get the full employment. We get diagrams and shit. The source is myfreefiles.yzx internal trade. Okay. All the models.
Resistant to modeling, but in every simulation, Robco endure.
Oh, and there's the photo again. What was that other shit right before? I want to make sure I can. All the things. All the models. Just, again, kind of talking about the collapse of things and, buy his shit.
Robco endure.
We got Robco internal use only, viewer data code again, another priority level. And again, it's going through these glitches and this is what's within the glitches.
And our Protectrons will always be there for you. Don't panic.
Don't
Order
panic.
Today for your personalized.
Oh, no, wait. You got 5 days down to 3 days until price increase. And you see you get a $500 rebate contingent on future peace. Social value score. Must consent to data policy, of course. Crucial waterways non-blockable. So you might get you a little rebate depending on circumstances.
And bond value.
Oh, yeah.
Future peace rebate. Your member perks aren't going.
And as you can see, it's starting to glitch out, but there's not a glitch where it's showing us anything. It's just like glitching. But while it's doing that, again, it's still promoting the Protectortron and telling you sort of what you get depending on if you're, Essential, Pro, or Premium. You get all these new features like additional sensors, more intense lasers, cool finish, alpha, eagle gray, oxy, all kinds of things. You get a rose gold, reverse Hellstorm drone protection. That's $48 a month, Carl.
Seems like a great deal.
Right? I mean, reverse the fuck.
Anywhere but upgrade now and
Yeah,
get
upgrade
access
now.
to new bonus features and incredible new.
Oh, look, approved. Approvals may be made by Mr. House or genetically identical consciousness replicas. But look, you can get firefighters, you get first aid, you get some police,
Personality variants from Dr.
military police, all kinds of shit. New cola. Right, this one was funny because I remembered Victor talking about he felt like he was a vending machine or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that was pretty funny.
apparently it's a thing. You make you do a new cola machine. The fuck?
A jerk.
Or even a jerk, she said. Undercover police, all kinds of little bits.
Personally approved by Robert House. Stop worrying. Stop worrying.
Oh shit. Don't worry, folks. With birth rates down and the mortality rate increasing. No words, folks. Look, by the end of this, I'm not going to be able to speak at all anymore. But that's okay. It's fun. Oh God, and we're getting late too. Okay, shit. All right, might have to push back the episode talk in a minute. I'm gonna have to go into my StreamYard to do that in just a second. And we're going a little longer than I thought on this, but it's okay.
You should know that's what happens when we get into this.
I tried. And look, the fully integrated security technotonic officer. Fucking words.
Fisto.
It's Fisto. Look, he's romantic. He brought chocolates and a rose.
Well, you know what happens when you bring him flowers.
Security automaton, protecting you with precision weaponry and pressure-sensitive synthetic intimacy.
Synthetic intimacy. What more could you ask for from Robco robotics and such? Look, all the massaging. He knows what you like.
You can just vacuum my floor, I'd be happy.
I know, he cleans the house, gives you a massage, Carl. I mean, shit. Where do we sign up?
Them clothes don't seem like you'd want a massage by that, but I mean.
But it says it knows what you like, though.
It's the wasteland way, I guess. Like, you don't,
Welcome to the wasteland, Carl.
He has a little bow tie.
He does.
Relax. Protectrons aren't just the world's most versatile heavy task repeater. They also love you.
Oh, see, Carl, he loves you as well. See, there's no worries. Right? He's your friendly Protectron. Protects you, takes care of things. There's no worries.
He interprets singles correctly.
Well, you paid that much for it, you would hope, no?
I'd hope. Universal voltage, even.
You're right. I'm just changing my time while we're sitting here. I am save that. All the clicking. Oh, and there we go. Oh, look at all the orange color. It's so beautiful within a glitch. We're now before the magnet prices skyrocket again. That's right. You got to get in before the prices go up. They keep going up on us. All right, and we get another error. Robco internal use only with a viewer data code. Again, now kind of between what James and Haldeers said to us tonight, and Great Gold with binary and everything. I'm gonna try to take these numbers and see if they don't what it translates into.
Well, what James said about the power thing, obviously that's the main thing in the show, and we already know that there were certain times that house was shut down. Like he says it in the game, like I forget how many years he says he was shut down here and there.
Right.
So that was always an ongoing thing. So that actually makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are on to Securitrons again. This one starts off in, like, the first one we had one little attention on the last one. Now it's like, it's all full attention. It's all fuckery. It's like 3 of them. We get the user override again. With the fast launch behind this, but it's like, it's letting us know, attention folks, it's all fuckery.
Your business has been flagged as having out-of-date Securitrons.
Now this is interesting because, again, I thought this one was I think at some point it does go all this orange color. I guess the beginning didn't. So many things we went through. But it's weird how it's showing the likelihood total collapse and all that is in orange now, but everything else was in green. Oh, what's up again, TJ? Any progress? Well, maybe. Possibly. But thank you for the $2, hon. We're working it out. Allegedly.
Maybe. Now, see, this is what, like, the orange thing seems like it could be somebody fucking with that, but to me, that seems like, especially in this case, that's how it's, like, forcing you to, like, be like, look, you need your Windows update now.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously that's what he wants to keep control of your shit.
Unless somebody, because this is saying it's
Unless
sourced from the Robco data
backdooring
metrics. So if they fucked with his calculations, this could be them forced, because they wanted the Enclave wanted the apocalypse. The way that they've talked about it in the show, House was preparing for it. He was trying to determine when it would happen, but he wasn't trying to start it.
Yeah, but he didn't care about if it happened or not either, because to him,
but they did. The Enclave did.
Yeah, that was population control. That's what they wanted.
So they could be pushing and let him know, like, hey, no, it's actually more it's happening. Like, we're fucked.
Yeah, and that's also why they probably are the ones who changed his numbers.
Right.
Replace or update today to avoid exposure to armed conflict and penalties for late updating.
All the late update. Oh, look, it's what was his name? Damn it. Yes, man.
Yes, man was sick in that one. There he is.
There he is. Look, he's all happy. Look, they gave him a little patch up, and he's good to go. And these were the Securitrons. That's right. So we got the Protectrons, Securitrons, Mr. Handy, the Pip Boys, all the bits.
Certainty of global conflict means consumption deadlines have changed.
Attempts to use beyond its usage will result in voided warranties. Or they'll just it'll completely. You got to be careful with them too. These little bastards will turn on you if you're not keeping them up to date and shit.
Oh yeah, you have to make sure to do that next purchase,
which is like every week, every month, forever. Well, but it's worth it, right?
Robco reality models benefit all mankind.
All right.
Consult changelog for questions. Auto volume.
So we get to see his reality map again, or his configurations, and then it's like glitching, and it's like questions. Consult, the changelog. Leave sound on to ensure notice of notices. Notices may come at any hour. And I believe what they're talking about, even with the notices, are like the end of the fallout. Because remember how Bud was in one of the episodes this season was talking to Barb and saying how, like, we can tell up to like 30, I forget how many minutes he said, a half an hour before the bombs drop or something like that.
Yeah.
Now it could just be saying just notices of upgrades, but I also thought maybe it was something like that too. Because notice may come at any time or any hour. You never know when something's going to drop. Got to be on top of it. Make sure the volume, and it forces the volume too, because it's not as if it seems as if it's forcing the volume up, like it's forcing you to know what's about to happen. And it goes right into a glitch. Oh, fuckery. And I got to get this one. This one's a good one, I think. Yeah, here we go. All right, I'm gonna bring up the screenshot because I do have the screenshot of this one. This one is interesting. Fucking find this bitch screenshot. It's a bitchin' screenshot. All right, it's this one. So let me stop sharing this other thing, other screenshot that I have in the back, and I'm gonna get this one because this has all kinds of bits. All right, so we get the copyright Robco Industries, all rights reserved. We get error message text. It's running a server command, type help for assistance, directory. I believe it's directory. It's either R or A. I think it's an R. And then it says deleting master. I'm assuming are like master files. Followed by showing like engine builds. We get a duck find, which I looked at what duck find was, and it doesn't come up with anything as duck find, but there is a duck virus type situation out there. Yeah, we are frame by frame in this bitch because you have to. There's glitches and they're really, 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 really fast. So I had to take it into CapCut and try to slow it down. And I don't even know, like when I slowed it down in CapCut, if I caught every frame, but I try to go back through, and if I didn't catch one in CapCut, I try to capture it, screenshot it without me slow moing it, which is fun. But yeah, this one is it's interesting, Carl. We get a lot of bits here. So it's running through, there's a template, we got a super shell, basic tech, equal, all of these things running through, and the results of it gives us a code with error, reboot, null, facility, I believe it's macro. I think, of course, on the R, it looks like the R drive. It says R with the .. So it's the Robco hex, and it gives us a number, and then requested operation rejected. System will be restarted, updates effective immediately, and then it stops. We get a crash, and then we get all of these other bits down here. It looks like a MMA dump, a Q dump, followed by some other bits. And I looked into what it could I did put this into a thing. Of course, I looked at what master files on computer, according to what AI told me, is a permanent, authoritative and central file containing key data that is infrequently changed, such as consumer records, inventory, or a high-resolution source document. Serves as a primary data source contrasted with temporary transaction files that record daily changes. That's what the possible of that file. There's a lot of words. Let's see. The master file acts as an official up-to-date record for a specific subject, such as an employee or product database, which makes sense because he's going over products and stuff. So if someone's again, I don't know if he's actually trying to delete this or if someone's come in and kind of gotten the information and they're trying to delete it so he doesn't have it. But I know when I looked up, like if you delete some of these master files, it can cause like a crash. So that's possibly why the stop and the crash happened when they try to do the update. Update didn't happen because those files were deleted. And yes, indeed, how dear, words are very hard.
Or this could also be showing like that maybe what they was doing, they finally got in, or changing things to an extent.
Right, because I looked up like deleting a master file or any file on your computer does not immediately erase the data. Of course, you can still go in and get it, but the operating system removes the reference to it, marking the storage space as free or available to be overwritten. So see, initial deleting on Windows or Mac OS, the file is moved to a recycling bin. All right, let's see, there was something here that said something. All right, impact. If a crucial master file for an application or system is deleted, the software may stop working, fail to launch, or the operating system may not boot, depending on the file's importance. So again, when it's, it deletes certain things and then it's kind of showing these other files, and it's literally letting like it tried to update and it crashed. It would not allow the update to go through. And again, I don't know if it's like they took stuff away and he tried to update his systems and it fucked up, or if I'm not sure. I'm assuming that that they were deleting things, because I don't know why he would fuck his own shit up like that.
Yeah, or whatever, or they put something in there to do that.
Right. Like a worm or some shit that like eats stuff. Like in that movie Hackers. Remember, it was like a worm and it went through like all the little things and it was like eating all these little bits and then transferring it into another sort of file or location. But it was all money. It was like money transfers. And it was like minuscule amounts or some shit like that. But over time, it like, I forget exactly, but I know there was like some kind of worm virus within the bank system that their tech guy had put in there.
Yeah.
And was blaming it on the kids, saying they hacked in and did it, but it was really him. And they went into like a garbage files where the kid found it or whatever. And he was downloading it, but he ended up getting caught before he could finish it. Oh, shit, I gotta remove this. Too many things. So yeah, this one was very interesting again because we've seen all these different commands and things, but this right here was like, holy shit, somebody's like deleting shit. It's causing more errors, more crashes. It's not able to update. And then it looks like there were some dump files as well. And I put this one into, like Google or whatever image to see what it said. It said the image displays a screen graphic featuring a mock-up of an old computer terminal interface, heavily referencing the aesthetics and lore of Fallout video game series. It is not a real computer screen error message. Or see origin. Let's see, what was I looking for? There's all the bits. So the text uses a mix of real-world computing terms and fictional jargon from the game. So copyright, Robco Industries, all rights reserved. Robco's Industry, that's his corporation. The error reboot hole 98. We get a facility macro 4. Reboot hole is not a standard computing or this is not a standard term in computing apparently. So those are something I guess that they're trying to say like it's something with his shit, like his own format or something. And then we get the stop followed by a series of numbers. This is formatted like a Windows blue screen of death. Stop error code, but uses fictional parameters. Type help for assistance is a real command, but within the specific context, it is part of the game's interface. So again, it says such screens are commonly used in fan art, game remakes, stock footage, to emulate a retro hacking or post-apocalyptic computer look. So while some of these things aren't necessarily anything in particular, but some of them are, it's just kind of letting us see what's going on in his systems. Right. So like if you're missing something and cause all kinds of glitches. And I couldn't see him, as smart as he is, deleting master files of anything, whether it's like something in the shell or in the kernel or something just, his consumer reports or whatever. Whatever the fuck the master file is actually pertaining to, I couldn't see him just deleting. Like he would be smart enough to know if he deleted it would fucking crash his system. So again, I think it's someone else that went in there and they're fucking with his shit, and it's gonna cause lots of fuckery by the end of these.
Yeah, because he always would be the one to have backups, the backups, the backups.
Right. And then we get his face again in code. Oop, I went too far. Oh shit! It's so fast, Carl. All right, we'll just start from here. All right, so in this one, it's like his. Again, it's got his reality map in the background and his face coded, but it's fucked up now, right? Like it deleted perhaps his firewall. I don't know. Part of his systems, because again, it's the coding. This was like part of the image of his face, like we've been seeing, but it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's only partially there.
And then it goes right back into normal. Look, and there's Victor and yes man. Yes, man.
Do not risk your Securitrons breaking down at the moment of truth.
So did Victor take out, like did Victor malfunction and take out dude? I mean, it was really weird because we see our dude here on the ground in his.
Well, you see that Yes Man turned in something else was on his screen. Like I don't know what that is there.
That was like a it's the hourglass.
So that means that
Is it saying make sure here? Hang on, let me go back and hear what it said.
Okay, so it's making sure to update.
Do not risk your Securitrons breaking down at the moment of truth. Obsolete Securitrons are not guaranteed.
Easily hacked old models may attack owner if hacked. Again, we know that Benny used the Securitron to hack into Mr. House's, like he hacked that whole robot, right?
Yeah, and he may or may not have actually hacked House, which I'm thinking that he did, but he might not have.
Right, because I know that that's what the Apocalypse group was. They were trying to hack in to get stuff in order to help people, and they didn't realize that Benny was going to try to do bad. He got the chip, that platinum chip.
Yeah, he was basically taking it to his own.
And I think he was going to get, because that's where the platinum chip, we take it to like this little, I guess it's like a vault, and it's got all of the Protectrons down there. It's basically like House's army, and that's what he wanted. He was, I think, trying to get. It's what he was trying to get us to get back, was that platinum chip, so that he could upgrade his Protectrons and sort of have his big army.
Yeah, to fight at the dam.
But it's even letting us know, like, that is a way. And I believe you even told me, Carl, like, when he notices, like, say one of his robots is hacked or something, he like boots him out of his system.
Yeah. Even that chick tells you, like, you even talked to her. She was like, yeah, we've done it before and we've gotten booted out immediately. But somehow the only way they got him in is because they just kind of pretty much got lucky and that he wasn't found.
Right.
Guaranteed to serve you.
Oh, there it was. All right, there was all the coding. Hang on. All right, so again, this I think is actually going to be part of his base, but I'm not sure if this is just some random coding they're throwing out there, or if it's part of the coding of the image of his base. But nonetheless, like, this is what I was trying to put in for the binary and stuff like that, but I couldn't figure out, like, I thought, okay, well, those glitchy numbers are supposed to be the breaks, but then it still didn't make any sense, because it was like, well, the one up here is too long. Like, there's one at the top that was way too long, I believe. Because there's only so many, like, the numbers can only go so long, I believe. I don't know. But either way, this is one of those things I was trying to fucking put into the hexadecimal thing. I didn't get too far with it.
Unless it's literally, like you said, his whole face.
Right.
Which that's a lot.
Because, see, like, when you see it here, I don't see ones and zeros. They're symbols. And his face is even glitching here. Like, again, it's like they're breaking down either his firewall, if that's what I want to call it, or they've added something into that image and it's just showing like it's a virus when it pops up. So it's either a firewall or it's them, like, using that image in order to, because again, we know they've used other things, not necessarily the Enclave, but other individuals have used his robots and things in order to hack into his systems. So I'm not sure. Again, I kind of waffle back and forth on the image, whether it's a firewall or this. Now, after seeing this one's not the last one, I think we got one more after this one. Whether or not it's them putting it into that JPEG file or something like that, like hidden in there, kind of like how, like I said in that Hackers movie, they kind of hid the little worm virus or whatever into like a garbage folder or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's just like if you was going to do like a phishing thing to somebody, like click the link and they get re-phished.
Right.
And that happens to your computer. The same type of deal would be like they put that in that JPEG.
Right. And that's how they're trying to hide within that file. And it goes back to, again, the code, whatever fuckery. I don't know how to take that and put that in. Like, that's where I ended up having a problem trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like I said, I used to know people that can read that stuff, and I'm not one of them.
So if you are out there and you can see this and be like, oh, this is what this means, let us know before or after in the comments. Either way, we will accept it because we want to know. So we're trying to get it out there, let as many folks that can see it as possible so we can try to figure it out. If it even means anything, or it's just all fuckery and fun.
Yeah.
Payment now. Make.
Let's see. Dear says binary is usually displayed with the full set of the ASCII symbols and hexadecimal. It's more compact and manageable than raw binary. Okay. So how do you take what was shown? Because when I was trying to type it in, I didn't know, like, you just type it all in and it just automatically knows, like, the stopping point. Because I still was good. I mean, I'll try about starting with the first number that we get, but it's almost as if we don't get the full page. So I didn't know that binary is fuckery. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not just crazy then, James. Okay. Because you can ask Carl. It was painful that night we were.
I just said that seems like they're showing that, and it seems like that could be a key to finding something out.
Possibly.
Not necessarily that, but like maybe there's something in there that you can read that way.
Mm-hmm. The symbols of the face is just to make the face. Yeah. Okay. But pay now for effective discount on future payment due to current fluctuation and current period of turmoil. Look, it's not that much, Carl. It's only like $10,000.
Yeah, I'd pay $10,000 for one of those.
Right? I mean, that's cheap as hell in today's market. I mean, shit, you can't even get a car for. Well, I guess you could be shitty, but I mean, like a new car, I don't think you can even get a new car anywhere near that price.
That's like a down payment, basically, but anymore.
Right.
Payment now. You are now in.
And then we get the glitch or the orange screen, and it is forcing payment is being processed. Again, to me, it made it seem like it's forcing payment. But I'm not sure.
Enrolled in autopay.
You have been enrolled and you're forced in autopay, and then it goes back to, hey, it's cool. And if you want to cancel, it lets you know. Legally required notice how to cancel.
Stop at any time. Cancel your subscription physically and destroy Securitrons by hand.
And it went through all the little bits that you have to do. And it's like, oh, your subscription's paused. For detailed instructions, replay this message at 1/4 speed. Which I replayed all this shit at like 1/4 speed. And all it showed you, I didn't see shit within this part. I mean, the other parts we did, and I have, like I said, I slowed it down to like damn near 0. So that could be telling us that you have to play it at 1/4 speed, which again, I did that and it didn't give me all the frames. So fuckery. Where's my clip? Hang on. God damn it. Actually, we'll do the bullshit one. I like that's even better.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Mm-hmm. That's about where I am with this, Carl.
Indeed.
Some bullshit.
Delayed purchasing could cause catastrophe. Secure your future with Securitron.
Buy again before inflation rises. Well, we already know all about that. All purchases are logged and tracked. Of course they are.
Message complete.
And we get his file photo again. And again, this number stays pretty, I want to say the same, the 341. I believe that's the same, except for when we first see it in that very first animation. So again, that file had the number, I believe, has not changed since the initial glitch. So there again, it makes this, again, me and Carl are kind of pointing to the photo, or a JPEG is possibly where they hid something in his systems that's causing havoc. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, and we get the same little debug command. Oh, fuck. Nope, sorry, hang on.
Message complete.
All right. Again, it's still running through this. And I think I want to say all of this that's running through is the same message. So we'll try to take this into one of those, like the hexadecimal translators, and see if it comes up with anything. But it's just like, again, it's a series of commands. And again, with copying the files and kind of putting them in another destination, running the debug. And then we get, again, This is where it goes to totally fuckery. We go back again. I showed off the files where it had the dates, and it started with the date 2020. We're back to the date 2020, or the year. But the files, this is supposed to be Windows Pro, because I re-looked at the numbers and compared them to the numbers that we had on this particular image originally. And this one was supposed to, I believe, be like the Windows, was it Windows, fucking Windows, oh shit, hang on, I got the image. Windows 98 Pro, Windows 10, and it also does like DOS Pro or DOS. It changes from Windows to DOS, but this one in particular is, I believe, trying to say the Windows 98 Pro, but they're all fucked up. Even the JPEG now, these numbers are the same for each one of these. That doesn't change, but the fuckery of the lettering and the name and this one is totally fucked up. Like, this doesn't even, they fucked something up really. And then it's back to the date of 2020, which is like houses only like 5 months old, 3 months old, some shit like that. And I think he was born in summer of 2020. I think it was either June or July or something.
Yeah, I believe it was something like that.
But go back a screen. What do you mean? Which screen? Damn it, James! You got the link. I don't know which screen.
About the one right before this one.
Okay. Let me remove. I gotta. No, that's not the right one. It's this one. All right. Oh, fucking fuckery is fuckery. All right. So this one. Actually, how dear, and I took this off of the site. So, well, I screen recorded it off of the site. So I don't know if there is any other version. And now on their site, when they originally posted these, they were all under, again, what was considered extra content. And I was easily able to show them off in Discord or what have you. But now, like, you have to, in order to actually be able to screen capture this now, you have to go into the Explore and Shop. If you go under bonus content now, I cannot show this off in Discord or screen capture it. See, the answer to the code is on the right. Are you talking about down there at the bottom where it says the CLS.S, or are we talking where it says the copy source destination? Damn it, James, click the link. Yeah, he can explain it when he comes on in a minute, because we're going to wrap this up soon, because I already pushed it back 30 minutes, and we're getting close to finishing this up. Like I said, I don't have to be, I'll do another stream on this now that you guys are kind of giving me a little bit more information. We'll do another one. We'll work it out, trust me, because I want to know. And if there is all the stuff on the right, so all of this is supposed to be the answer to the code. How does that give us? How is that the answer to the code, James? I'm so lost.
So he's saying that what that code is.
Okay, so hex editors usually display the translation to the right of the hex code.
I can tell you the answer to the code. The answer to the code is go fuck yourself, people trying to figure this out.
So the first, so the first line, but see, when I went through this too, it said like the letters, that DED is a specific code as well, like a command code. Like I think W was right, Q was quit. I forget what D and E was. So it's line by line. All right, that's the first line, the second line. So this is just displaying, but then why is it saying, because over here it's saying destination, but it's talking about, it's doing the, so is it just for, it doesn't even include the letters though, because it says writing the bytes. So so this is only specific to the numbers, not the letter with the numbers, where it's like W and then it says writing OC6 BC bytes. That's not even, Not to mention, it's this time, Carl. See where it says writing? It's capitalized. Remember when I said that W was not capitalized?
Yeah.
I'm done, Dana.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck? I swear to God, if I'm supposed to... Do we got like 20 codes going on here that we got to fucking crack? Not to mention we got to crack some fucking goddamn hexadecimal binary, but are they leaving us like words, letters within the fucking shit? There's so much that, like, it's so little details like that I've catched every time I've looked at this that I've still not caught all of the bits. So again, when it's going through here, it's giving these other commands. It's so fucking crazy how dear. It's literally going to make my brain.
I do almost wonder about the calculation thing. Like,
because before it was that W was lowercase.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. James says the stuff on right is what each line is if you ran them through a hexy translator. Okay. But it told me something when I was looking this up that like those letters, because I thought at first the letters might have been like, you got your C drive or whatever kind of hard drives you're taking information off of. So I looked it up and these were like commands within a, hang on, let me see, did I pull that up? Is this the one? I'm gonna have to try to put the image back in. Oh God, all the screen bits. Stand by. We'll get there, folks. I'm sorry. There's so many bits. I just don't know where to start. Let me see if I put it back in. If it gives me what I was looking for. I try to put pretty much all of the images that were worth like anything major into sort of the the AI overview or some, trying to get something to kind of give me anything on it. All right, let's see. It's not that one. It was on this one. Okay, so I put one of these images. Which one did I put in? I mean, it's one like we're looking at, but I'm trying to remember which version of said image. This one. All right, I think it's like the one we're looking at now where the W is capitalized. Okay. And again, it comes back as this is a terminal hacking mini game. It's looking at it as if it's the mini game from Fallout, but it's and it's saying the words writing and source or no, the AI's fucking it up. That ain't what that's. I don't think that's the words for the password. I mean, I guess it could be, but something told me something about. See, these elements are designed to mimic a real operating system environment, but the full sequence is a deliberate fictional part of the promotional material for the Fallout universe rather than a genuine computer screen output. Oh, where in the fuck was it telling me about what those letters were? And it's again, okay, so the hexy dumps. All right, so hang on. The screen content simulates a retro computer terminal interface similar to those found in the game with hex dumps and what looks like DOS style command prompts. It's just all kinds of fuckery. See, I think the hexadecimal can be translated differently too, so there might still be a different message in the hex code. The thing with the and in the brackets are often used by hex editors to frame the decoded text area A and B are the classic designations for floppy disk drivers. Oh, and yeah, it seems like they were copying files and sending them somewhere, but I don't understand why it's doing. Oh, I gotta look at what these other commands were. I had it, and now I can't find. I had too many things opened up.
That's what I was thinking. It was something like that because I was like, it has to be like maybe like to a zip driver or some shit like that.
Interesting. Way to tell me what the damn. You're being a piece of shit. You told me before, and I swear to God, I put this shit into AI and it changes what it tells me all the time. I'm like, you make up your mind what it all means? Because I don't fucking know. Help me out. Fucking AI, damn it. It took over our AI. I already knew it. Fucking Enclave. And then it goes back through again after we get those dates. It goes, again, it's more of the same sort of copying. And look, the W is lowercase now. Right? Or am I just fucking crazy? If you can see sort of, if you go down past C, it goes D, all those little bits. We get E with some bits, we get D with some bits, and then it goes W writing. But the writing, I swear that W is lowercase now compared to what it looked like a minute ago. It's really about to fuck with my brain. Yeah, because I'm looking at the other image and it's like huge, right? And now it's like the W is not like the other capital letters. Does that mean anything? Is it just fuckery at its best? Or is it just because it's rolling through and so it appears to look like that? I don't know.
I have no idea on the capital A. I don't know. I almost don't want to know. Because that's just a whole... You have to go through every line.
Because I swear it happens in other things, like when we're looking at certain files, or whatever they are, the JPEGs and so on and so forth, when it's going through all those things, the words on them, like sometimes, like, 'cause I'll type in some of that stuff just to see what it is, and it's in a legit kind of like HTML kind of thing or whatever. A case does not matter. But so why would it go between it being in capital or lowercase? Like, why? Because again, this is not like it's just a computer, and this is all specific that they're going through. They've created all this, so why would they go and purposely have the W not capitalized? I didn't understand that part. But and again, I don't understand half of the shit I'm looking at. So there's that. Then of course we get that could just be, I said that, but and see, normally if this was just a normal thing, I would think, okay, I guess someone just accidentally, they mistyped. But I'm curious if they just made an error, like it was an actual mistake, or if it was something they put in there. Because again, this is all fuckery from the show. So I don't know if that was specifically something they put in there for us to look at, or it's just trying to mimic like somebody was typing in and they fucked it up. I'm not sure.
Fallout out almost, the fuckery is usually fuckery.
Right. What's up, Tech Zombie? Welcome, hun. I'm gonna have to push that thing back another 30 minutes. God damn it. We're gonna be all night falling out. All right, this is the last one. This is the one I said that we start off in full orange mode. We're getting ready for full apocalypse, folks.
Already feel like the apocalypse.
So we're gonna get an ad carousel active. Yes, repeat consumer targeting. 1 probability of advertisement success is 100. Yeah, well, let's get some of them ads in, shall we? Oh god, it all fucked up. And apparently it's all fuckery. And I believe all it was just so it's flashing it with that telling you about the ad carousel in the background, and then it's going to show his photo, the JPEG again. And I believe it's a little clearer. Oh, fuck's sakes. Alright. No, it is some fuckery right there, let me tell you. Cause see, and this is because I was screen recording this, so like, and then the way I screen recorded it, kind of like it kept, because this is on their site, so when you're on the site you can stop and go and stuff. But it was just his photo in the background again.
The odds are grim.
And now we're oh, I didn't pay attention to the last one either. I think the last one also. All right, yeah. So the one we were just watching before, it's down here in the bottom right corner. You'll see the little glass sort of cracking, and then in this one, it's furtherly cracking. So there's a little corner down there, and you'll see some little like cracks, which appears to be in the glass. And then let's go back to where we were. Whoop, too far. Now you can see the cracks at the top and bottom. So the top left and the bottom right corners are all cracked up.
Odds are grim for mankind. But in Las Vegas,
That
there's
almost points
always
to a Pit Boy to me for some reason. I don't know.
Was I thought Pit Boy or Terminal both could be cracked?
Yeah, it could be, but I don't know. To me, that just seems Pit Boy. I don't know why.
Right. Well, again, I thought this was all just straight Pit Boy sort of to begin with, but now I'm not sure if it's the Pit Boy or a Terminal or both.
What up, Tech?
is the chance of a winning hand.
Okay, so this is his missile defense system, and we know he talked about it. They talked about it in the show, and if you play the game, they talk about it in the games. And I was trying to remember specifically what he said about it, and I know he said like some of the missiles he was not able to stop. Like most of them, pretty much all of them, there was one or more that kind of he was unable to stop.
Well, I remember he said like pretty much that's why the outskirts of it was the way it was, because he couldn't save all them. It was either 4 or 7 that he missed. I can't remember the number exactly. But he said he protected all the main stuff, and that's all that mattered anyway. So in the end, he still won in his brain.
But it's very interesting because he's showing that off. He's showing off the Vegas, and this was the last episode. This was during the season finale. They put this out on the site. We know, and of course, most of the episode you are at his hotel. They're underground. That's where the vault is. And when the big battle with the death claws and everything is right outside of there. And again, it's going to show off his missile defense system, which, knowing what he talks about with the Enclave and how even Lucy's dad, and we'll really dive into those conversations in the episode, and we get to that on the next stream here in just a few. But them talking about kind of how her dad saying like the outside was the experiment, even more than just like what was going on in the vaults. And then the fact that Lucy's dad used a nuke to take out Shady Sands.
Yeah, that was.
I'm pretty sure the Enclave, and we know now that Hank is part of the Enclave. He was one of their kind of like a spy, I guess.
Yeah, he was at least attempting to get a position.
Right. So it makes me think that the Enclave is the one behind this, and they're going, because at the end we're going to see something really interesting, or I thought was really interesting, about his missile defense system being, some things happen to be rerouted to it, and then we know that he was unable to take all of them down. So if they're in here fucking with his shit, and they wanted, like, basically the only people to survive were the ones in the vaults, and they had control over that because they've kind of made mention to it, at least in the series this season, that the Enclave is sort of the secret government, the secret behind the vault tech, or the controlling vault tech secretly.
Now the thing that throws you off on all that, though, was what that one line Hank said, that the experiment was always the outside, so that almost changes your whole view of what the Enclave really was doing. Now,
they didn't want anything on the outside other than what they were experimenting on.
But if the experiment was the outside, that changes a lot of things. Like that changes.
Well, they knew where the bombs were going to drop and how wide that it would explode.
Well, I know, but
they were talking to Barb about that.
Like, I don't know, that means some of their fuckery could be more than what we even can imagine, because we always had like the suspicion that, they were doing whatever experiments were already going on with whatever experiment Voltec was already doing.
Well, the virus is their experiment topside.
Well, yeah, that was one of them.
I think that's like the main one that they're about to unleash is
the virus. I'm just saying, like, that changes the whole outlook on Fallout in general. Like, if that's the case, then that's like, who knows what really they could be doing. But I think that opens up a lot.
But as far as for the animations go, though, it really makes me think they were, again, I don't know if they were just trying to gain information or put something in there just to spy on him, but it seemed as if they were fucking the systems up, and then we're gonna possibly that's why his missiles didn't hit everything, because he was so smart to kind of have all these calculations and things and be the kind of man that he was.
That he was they knew that he wasn't going to be able to be controlled, so
right. And they also, I don't think they wanted the people to survive topside in a sense of like, because they didn't want, it didn't seem like they wanted Sandy Shades to still be there because they were a civilization. They were going to be thriving. If House had the whole strip and outside all of Vegas, so to speak, or however far he was trying to protect, I don't think they wanted any of that.
Yeah, because unlike House, because House wanted to have control of that because, again, he just wanted the money and he wanted to keep that economy going.
Right.
So he needed the people to be there for that economy. The Enclave, on the other hand, just uses people as
experiments.
Yeah, they ain't people. They're just whatever they feel the need for them to be at that point.
Right.
Robert House's apocalypse proof. Lucky.
Let's see, it's guaranteed to survive nuclear war or your money back. First night only, though. He's only guaranteeing you one night, folks. So you want to be around the lucky 38 when the bombs drop. But at least, he's guaranteeing that. And we know that that's not what happened, right? We know that, yeah, for the most part, he did save the strip. But we know just on the outside it was not saved. Because he even said some of them, I can't remember the number of bombs that he missed, but I know he missed at least one or so. And there was quite a few that dropped around him, though, right? Like there was a lot that dropped around him in particular.
Yeah, and there's a couple that didn't go off that you discover here and there. Like, that's why there's so much radiation everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like they just didn't detonate, or they did, and there's you discovered certain areas that you can't go in because the radiation is so high.
Right. Oh yeah, I've already found that out.
38. The party won't stop, even when the bombs drop.
Oh, he's sad. But if you go to the Lucky 38, you don't have to be sad anymore.
Follow Robert House.
Hey, you got to spend them time.
Diamond of the Desert.
Oh, look, you got a personal letter. Dear guests, welcome to my house. When your math is perfect, there's no need to write the odds. So take your best shot and let the chips fall where they may. I'll see you on the gaming floor. Robert House. And this overnight guest received this personalized invite letter from him. How about that?
Troubles fade away as you continue to enjoy everything that once made life worth living.
All the comfort, see? Yeah, all that apocalypse stuff. You don't have to worry. Just come here and you'd be happy. It's what made life worth living.
At Lucky 38, the future is still 500 billion lumens.
Got a lot of these little robots.
So don't wait.
Well, look, it's the robot lion.
Just another second. Take part in your own epic story.
Oh God, that's actually fucked up because that's what happened to him. Who got eaten by his fucking life. Oh shit. I'm sorry. That's not funny, but it's just funny that they. And it's a robot. Like, I don't know. That's fucked up.
Hey, man, it was a tiger. Get it correctly.
A tiger, well, whatever. Either way, it was an animal cat thing, and it fucked him up.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't.
Well, that didn't look like a tiger, though. That looked like a lion.
I know, that was a lion, but I'm saying it's a real life thing.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he got messed up by his cat.
Yeah.
And then it's just like they parodied it. And
that's what you get. You shouldn't have those cats.
They parried it with a lion. It's a robot lion. Yeah. And this is cool too. They're going to show sort of like the exchange rate. And this is kind of like in the game you do when you open up your Pip-Boy, you're trying to go as far as to the merchants or whatever. This, you transfer or buy something from them and you kind of transfer it and stuff. So they're kind of showing that off with the Pip-Boy. I thought was pretty cool. And also his conversion for basically anything and everything to his casino chip. From like birth certificate to entire worldly possessions, clean water, deed to house for a baby's first tooth, family photo, mother's wedding ring, all be converted.
Yeah. At Lucky 38.
You can get your chips and you can come play.
Now powered by unassailable Robco.
You got discounts for the ultra wealthy. You got to go in there looking fancy, Carl. We get the biggest discount ever.
Yeah, you gotta find them fancy clothes.
It's the only casino with a fusion core. So that's what he was using. Because they make the fusion. They were making, all right, so that little blue, oh my God, what was that called again now? Damn it.
cold fusion.
Cold fusion. There you go. They were using that in order to. The Brotherhood was using that to manufacture the fusion cores. And that again, how? So I think they're trying to kind of replace that fusion core with that. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, the fusion core is what basically would run everything, like all
Right,
the
they use
robots.
the robots, they put
There's
it
certain
into
ones
the
anyway.
whatever Area 51 to unlock Area 51's location. Those were their power sources, but they brought in the cold fusion chip.
Which that was on a machine that was making the fusion cores for the Brotherhood. That's why he had so many of them. He was like,
Right.
"We have unlimited these now."
But it's weird because well, I guess it's not weird, but so it's showing that he had the fusion cores at least, and I'm assuming, I guess but he wanted to have that power source that makes the fusion cores.
Yeah, well, he wanted that power source to power himself, so he never died.
Okay. Because I'm assuming the fusion core was what he was using prior in order to keep himself going.
I'm pretty sure that the Brotherhood.
Or was it the dam? Because I know they had the power from the dam too.
Yeah, the dam was a different thing. He made a deal with the NTR with the dam where he got like what was it, 30% to run Vegas or something like that, and that's what he was running.
Because he was inside. He's inside of a chamber type thing. That's like you see him on the screen, but he's inside of this like cryopod type situation.
Yeah, and he's pretty much like a mummy in that thing. He has his helmet on. That's what I'm saying. The whole cold fusion thing, that's the thing that they added, because that was never a thing that I knew of that existed. Like that whole area wasn't there. I've never heard of that before the show. So
okay. Oh, what do we get? What do we get? All the bits. All right, now we get It's All Pretty Again, and we're back to 2020, and we don't get the Windows. There should be a Windows 98 Pro. That one's not there at the top. It goes straight to Windows 10, 7, 8, and again all the way down to the same sort of bits that we saw before. But this time, instead of Computer Online, we get ComputerHope.com. I looked into that too, and of course, yeah, you can find something, but it has nothing to do with Fallout. But they do have like a charity thing that's like Fallout Hope or something like that. I don't know if that's like a shout out to them or something, but again, it's another echo command. But again, it's not on a drive though, because see, there's no. Before it was like the C drive. It's a semicolon.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is showing like the actual casino, and this is just him.
Are you looking at what I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, the one that has the YouTube stuff on it and stuff, right?
All the dates?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're thinking this is his, because this is 2020.
Well, I know the dates are still there, but I'm still thinking that this information's in his casino. Now, I don't know why it would be the 2020. Like something's up with that date.
So I let my husband look at it. He said it looked like somebody was fishing for something. Like they didn't know the specific. They might have known the specific like month and day and time, but they didn't know the specific year or this like the location, like whether it was the Windows 10 or the DOS or what have you. But I'm not fully sure on that either. And again, like I said, it changes to ComputerHope.com as the echo command, but it's not echoing from anything. Before it had, I believe, the C for like the C drive.
Yeah.
Now it's a semicolon. What the fuck does that mean? Fuckery. And again, like I said, it's like when they show these images, and each one it changes. Something about it changes, whether it's the name, the year, and now we get it's not even on a drive anymore. It's just semicolon with a whole new echo command. And it's just fuckery, and it is. We're gonna play it again because it's
a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now this, if you remember, was from like 2 animations back where they made the sound go up. And it's even got and this is except for having like the little dudes sitting here telling you, oh, you make sure your sound is turned on for notices. but it did have that realization map, I believe, in the background, or his reality map. I said realization. I meant reality map, abstract sort of situation going on, and the auto volume. And look, engaged has the G capitalized. Now I get people fuck up typing and shit. Fucking fuckery me that. What the fuck, Carl? There's a capital G in the middle of engaged. Yeah, so they're fucking up that bad?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why they keep giving me capital letters and shit where they ain't supposed to be, or lowercase letters? I don't understand. Oh shit, I missed a thing. So fast. Alright, we got that one, we get this one, and we get this one. Again, going back through the same sort of situation. I think some of this changes at the bottom, or possibly we get a few more little numbers down here. And this is like, this could just be a continuation, like it, because when it first shows it, it's like running through this, these pages of this code, and it's constantly like running through it, like it's just going through. And again, the writing is back to it capitalized. I don't understand why they're fucking with me, Carl. They're fucking with us hard.
And see, like James was saying, like the A and the B is floppy disk stuff, right?
Right. Like I get this kind of sort of situation.
Like in this universe, though, we know that like all the information like that is always on holotape.
Right.
So that means he would be using ancient technology for some reason.
But even here, like it says the destination, but it's like it's kind of like in the brackets, it's usually giving you like the /A and the /B, but then after that one, I'm gonna have to go back and double check it again. In the last bracket, sort of on the top section, it's got a /V and then it's got an H, but the H is not within the brackets.
Yeah.
And does that say, that doesn't, oh yeah, that says copy. I'm about to say that P almost looked a little weird there, but never mind, it's copy. And of course it's doing the CLS, which like y'all were saying, that's the clear screen. That's like clearing it out, right? So, all the bits.
Every baby and daddy-o gets lucky. Because
yeah, everybody gets lucky and it shows like the house winning. Oh, you get portable water. Shit, they got all the amenities.
you're lucky to be
Functioning septic.
alive.
100% plague free. Retroactive to Vax 53. Interesting.
At Lucky 38 on the Las Vegas Strip.
Every dollar spent at Lucky 38 is a celebration of Robert House's perfect logistics. Support the Enclave now. Welcome. Fallout 3 themes. Yeah, we're going over season 2. Is it, yeah, Fallout 3 theme. Yeah. No, it is very Fallout 3 themed, but this is the stuff they put out on Prime. They're called the Robco Animations. They came out after the second episode, starting on the third episode. Every week they had one of these, and within each one of these, there's glitches that have all these different computer commands, coding, along with some other interesting little bits. But they're fast. Like when you see the glitch, you have to. I'm slow mowing it just to catch what I can. And we're trying to figure out, we're assuming it's the Enclave, or at least I'm assuming it's the Enclave hacking in to fuck up with his, like, either his missile defense system, or trying to get information, or either just to spy on him. But there's some things like deleted master files, all kinds of sort of fuckery going on within these glitches. So if you know anything to support the Enclave, let us know. See, that H can mean, it implies there are secret files on the terminal that the average wastelander wouldn't see without the right switches. Well, that is possible. Very possible, James.
And an H would probably mean house, I would imagine.
It could be. Because again, like even when I put the images into Google AI, it does say like it's real computer commands mixed in with sort of fictional Fallout world sort of commands. Like they're not actual computer commands, but they're kind of what it related to the game and how they do their terminals and stuff like that. And we actually do in one of the first animations, or the first animation, see someone hacking into a terminal. H for holotape. That it could be.
Maybe.
That could be. Very good, How Dear. I like it. But the first one, we do see someone hack into a terminal. The terminal looks just like in the games, or at least in the one I played in 3. And I don't think I did a few. I don't think I did too many in New Vegas yet. I did a few, but definitely in 3, I did all the fucking hacking. And the first image of the terminal looks just like the game. It even has everything just like the game. You know, your first, second attempts, and it's telling them they have 1 attempt left before they're locked out. But then we get another frame of a terminal where the middle column is just like the terminals in the game, but the side columns have all these question marks instead of like the normal sort of coding they have in there. And on one side of on one column, the far right column has the only word that's in there amongst the question marks is breach, which further made me think they breached into a system. What's up, Woodrow? Welcome, welcome. We're almost wrapping up the stream, which will be kind of finishing out talking about the animations, and then we're going to get ready to start talking about the episode. So we got another stream set up for that. I've been pushing it back, but we're going to get to that one real soon and go over the season finale, all the bits after the credits, and I'm going to try to even play some of the game tonight. We'll see where time leaves us. Oh, there he is. There's his face. Hang on. We get the coded face again. And it's so creepy, though. This is one of the things that constantly is popping up in the glitches. Again, I can't determine. I thought originally it was like a firewall or something where if someone's hacking in and they've breached or they've gotten in, but then he's able to kind of like say, hey, fuck you, I've kicked you out. But in a minute, it'll show his image, that JPEG that we've been seeing, that file photo. It'll show it all like this in code. Which, again, I don't know if that's maybe where they put the virus, malware, spyware, or whatever the fuckery is that's going on in this Robco's systems.
Yeah, I'm thinking it also almost shown that because, like, way back when we seen it and then it changed, that's almost like I said, that's been sticking out to me for some reason. Like, why is that different than all the other ones? And it's the only time we've seen it.
Right.
So that's almost like maybe that's how that when it like happened to him or something.
Mm-hmm. Like they were trying, and that was finally the moment it.
Yeah, and then maybe we're seeing like whatever they did to go progress into like you said, like the worm did in the movie, that like taking out, putting that, erasing, like maybe that's what we're seeing all this is from that point. Because we didn't see that stuff from before that point, did we?
What the?
Like anything like being like deleted or anything like that. It was just like a glitch here and there. Like they was that's when they
the first one actually shows them hacking in. That's when they first attempt to hack into the terminal, and then we start to see his face pop up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before that, when the face changed, we didn't see it like do anything with it. It's just like
we don't see his face at all in this form until after they hack. The only thing we see is that original photo with the original number, but now that number does change after the initial terminal hack.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's why I thought maybe they were, like after we watched this and we realized that this was actually that photo. I think we were talking like maybe that's where they left whatever fuckery. Like,
yeah.
It looks like he was trying to kick him out with the debugging and stuff like that, possibly, or I'm not sure. But maybe he couldn't find them, and he didn't. They hid it somewhere where they, knowing how House is, maybe his ego or something, they assumed that he wouldn't look in a file like that. Possibly, I'm not sure. This is all kind of fuckery.
Or it would have started somewhere else and jumped into that.
It could have. All things are possible and on the table at this point. Again, and this one, if y'all remember me telling you, remember the guy, this is from like what, the first or second animation?
Yeah.
And again, why? And they did this on like the previous one where they showed something from a previous animation within the glitch. What the fuck does that mean? It's just all fuckery.
And that's showing like basically all of what he has.
There's the photo, but I'm gonna go back one before we get on that and show the it starts with the error message again. Robco internal use only with the viewer data code. Again, I'm gonna try to go through and see what those, if it means system. What did you say earlier, James? Like power system failure or something like that.
Yeah, he said.
So I don't know if each time that's what that data code says or not. So I'm gonna try to see if I can't go back and do what you did, James. You guys are so smart. And then, of course, here's that file photo with the number that I believe it's still been this 341. Again, I'll double check that. But it's all that's all the symbols and stuff. Now, it changes the look of it when we see it actually flash. But it's just crazy now that the file photo itself is all fucking like encrypted or some shit. I don't know. It's some fuckery. And then we get connection unstable, of course, all the errors. That's that user override. That fast launch thing. All this is like, again, from like the beginning of that one. I don't remember, it was the last, not this animation, but the animation before, where it kind of shows us that screen with the 3 exclamation points. And the fast launch sort of deal in the background. But we get connection unstable, followed by rerouting bandwidth to missile defense systems. So I'm assuming this is like saying, all right, this is Fallout. This is like when the nukes go off, and he's trying to, and his connection is unstable, and he's trying to reroute, but it's all in orange, which makes me think again, like they fucked his system and he wasn't able to get all of the missiles. Like he wasn't able to take them all out. And it glitches out. And that is all of our animations. And this is back at the beginning of the very first one. So again, folks, I'm not sure what it all means. I think it's the Enclave fucking with his shit. And possibly for multiple reasons. One, maybe messing with his his missile defense systems. Along with, of course, they wanted to have all the technology and things like that. We know they used a lot of the Robco robotics, Pit Boys, different things, terminals and stuff like that. So they had access to at least several units that they could hack through, right? Whether it was a robot similar to Yes Man, the Pit Boys, terminals, all these things. They even had the iRobot. So I thought it could have been a lot of different possibilities, but after kind of seeing that mixed in with this season finale episode, I'm going with the Enclave fucking with him from the start, because he talks about the third party that outclassed him. He said even before the nukes dropped, right back in Anchorage, he kind of knew when he saw the demons in the snow, Deathclaws, that it was the Enclave the whole time. That they, he thought he was one step ahead, but they were, steps ahead of him. Which this to me kind of shows that, right? It shows them going in and fucking with him before the nukes even fell. But I could be totally wrong, and it has nothing. It's just fun. It's all for funsies.
I can see it being the Enclave, and I also see it like kind of like it shows his progression in general. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, something I was almost telling me, like I don't really know what, but I don't know, something seems to be like there's something else going on in general.
And it could be.
The Enclave to me just seems like you wouldn't need to know all this to know that's the Enclave.
Right. I thought it was like originally maybe like the Apocalypse group or someone like that.
Yeah, or even the Institution, because the Institution.
Yeah, you were talking about the Institution too.
Was around right along with the Enclave.
Right.
And they've been mentioned in they've kind of been mentioned in the show, but not really. You just would have to know to know.
Mm-hmm. And they could bring them up later in one of the next
It
seasons.
could be something that they're going to, after they wrap up the 5 stories they have now, that they could be going into. Like, maybe the Ghoul will find some remnants of them along the way to Denver.
Right.
Or something like that.
Could be. That could be something to look out for. Like I said, I want to take what James, you guys have said, and at least with the data viewer codes and stuff like that for sure, and see what those mean, if they mean the same thing every time or if it's got a different message. So we'll try to do another stream sometime during the middle of next week, just depending on how my week goes, if I get time to actually go through it all and decode it a little bit better and see if it means anything further. But you guys out there, anybody, let us know what you think it all means, and in the comments after for anyone on the rewatch. Because I mean, the more eyes that can see this and kind of give us insight, the better. Because I can't. I mean, honestly, I think we made pretty good heads or tails of it with what you guys told us in the chat, and of course what Carl knows and what we kind of dug through. But it's still, to me, kind of with a question mark. It's not like I could fully just pinpoint it to one group, right? Like, even you're saying, Carl, like it could still be the Institute, it could still be all these other different groups prior to the Great War, prior to Fallout. Because we, like, just looking through the lore and history of the world of Fallout or the United States in that timeline, it goes back to all kinds, like they go back to like the beginning of mankind to a degree. In their world, like at least on the fan wiki page, it went through like a whole list of stuff from like man first fucking like doing the wheel or some shit. Like it was ridiculous.
You there's a Fallout Bible and it's crazy.
It is so crazy. So, like, again, any direction you guys can give us for me to kind of narrow down the research would definitely be greatly appreciated. Because, again, if this is something that is pre-Fallout, because the dates that we're getting, every date in here is pre-Fallout. Of course, 77 being the last date, and that's throughout the terminals because that's when Fallout happened, was the year 77. That was the Great War. But the 2020 and the 2045 popping up like that, especially the 2020, like you said, Carl, that suggests pre-house. Yeah, so in the Enclave, I don't know how far back the Enclave go, or the Institute.
Pretty far, like
I'd
have to look up
house
the institution thing, but like I know the Enclave go back like way back, like they're like Skull and Bones type deal. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
And it's just so weird too, because like, why would they use the year he's born in? And it's like, again, it's the end of the year. It's the last day of the year, except for that one date that's in October. Because the 45 makes sense to a degree, right? Because that's 3 years after his company was founded. So that date to me, so, you know, that's very, could be easily explained as far as someone trying to look in and fish for information in his company, because company is running up at least 3 years. So of course someone's trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, especially since he's basically strong arm in every other company.
Right.
So other companies would want to strong arm him first.
Now and even his brother, I think is on, I have to go back and double check that. You guys correct me for all the Fallout fans out there. I'm trying to remember if his brother was like 3 to 5 years older than him. So even that 2020 date for him is possible with his family's company. But then again, why? And that's where I have to go. And I try to look into like the family history a little bit. His brother's his half brother. They share the same dad, not the same mother. And of course, his house's mother and father, and the brother's father, they died in a weird accident. I think it was like a car accident or something with lightning. I have to go back and double check that again too. Weird. And then House's brother never thought of him as, I guess, like legitimate or whatever, and so he kind of swindled him out of the family fortune and the company. And they were constantly kind of battling it out amongst each other. His brother went crazy, and even from what I can read in the Fallout lore, his brother was never actually said that he was fully, like, they never found his body. When you go into, I guess, his company or vault or something, I'm trying to remember, it was like the place that he was held up in. You go through and you can hear the terminals or the holodecks where he's kind of going through and getting more insane and crazier and paranoid and all this kind of stuff against House. And then and then you just never find, they say you never find his body. So again, it's left open to say like, yeah, he's probably gone, but they left it open in case, I guess, they want to bring the brother back in. So he was around, but I couldn't see him at that age doing fuckery either. But I'm not sure. So there's still a lot of parties that could possibly be at play with this, especially with it being pre-Fallout. There's a lot to that lore I don't know, and I've been trying to catch up on just to try to figure out stuff like this. So if you guys can think of any group out there other than like the Enclave or the Institute that would want to go to these links in order to get into House's systems and wreak havoc in any sort of way, let us know, because I'll look into them and see like what we can find out about it and see if there's anything else, you know, that could possibly
some of
fit.
these other companies or something, because like I'm not aware of like all of that lore, because there's so much of it. Like I only know a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm. In the first season, when they did these animations, they didn't do an animation like this. They did where the Vault 31, the guy Bud, it goes through him talking about joining Vault Tech, and they're almost like old cartoons more than it is like this. This is set as the terminals, I believe, because even everything I put it into Google, it sets it as a terminal, like the hacking terminal from the game.
Yeah.
So, but that's with the images, right? So, again, the propaganda might be on the Pip-Boy, but the glitches seem to be something that's from the terminals.
So, and we know with the terminals, we have to use our Pip-Boy to go into them. So that would go hand in hand, anyways.
True. So I'm not sure. Like again, all the fuckery and all the fun, but the first season they didn't do this. I went back through all the animations and I didn't see any glitches or anything that was like, yeah, it was Easter eggs and stuff as far as like, oh, okay, it lets you know about Vault Tech and as far as how they work with other companies and all this, all like how you know, kind of go up the chain of command and what they expect out of you and all these kind of things. And it even kind of talks about Bud kind of talks about his stuff a little bit. And that was all related to that season, right? Because we learned about the vaults, they learned about management, depth to management, and her brother learning about what the purpose to a degree of what the vaults were, all of that kind of stuff. And we get to see a little bit about Bud. That was all pretty, you know, explanatory. It was pretty accurate to what was going on with that season. With this one, it's like, again, it's the animations as far as them talking about the robots and stuff like that seems to all correlate with the episodes kind of in a similar manner they did last season, but these glitches do not. And then the animations get worse as the glitches continue. So that's why it's like there's some fuckery going on here, and I don't know what it all means, but I'm going with the Enclave for now until we get some further explanations or some more bits. What do you guys think? Dana, Carl? I was scared. Dana's just like, fuckery.
It's not compute.
Right.
I can say the Enclave as well. Like I say, I can also see, like, this is also showing House's progression in general and the way he works as well. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know. The Enclave just seems like to go through all this just to show us the Enclave, which we would already figure out anyways.
Right.
It just seems like they're trying to show us something else.
Absolutely. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of things this could be. Like, there's so many multiple things going on within the glitches that it's hard to pinpoint exactly. I mean, some of the stuff, like, we've gone through is pretty explanatory as far as, like, what the commands are and stuff like that. You guys were letting us know about the hexadecimal. Man, this is beyond my pay grade. Look, man, I graduated high school. I didn't go to computer science school. Damn it. I should have went to college, Carl. See, I should have went to college and computer college, all just so I could understand the terminals.
Then you still wouldn't have. You'd only have to understand it.
Well, it'd be a lot more than I fucking understand right now. Or as we went through. I mean, I understand a lot more now because of all you guys, but I mean, me and Carl understood a little bit. Like, we got little pieces here and there, you know, but I don't think either one of us quite understood the binary and such.
No, I like halfway understand that, and it's not enough to actually know. Like,
right. It's so above our pay grade, folks. So any of you guys out there, again, let us know I'll try to set up another one after I've had a chance to kind of go back through this. And if you guys want to hit me up in the Discord, like just to chat about it, even off stream and go through it with me, like I'm down for that anytime. Just let me know. But yeah, so that is the Robco Animations, folks. All the fuckery, all the fun, all the Easter eggs, and who knows what else it all means. But yeah, we're going to get ready to wrap this stream up and get ready to head over to the next one and actually talk about the season finale. There's Dana. What did you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to hang on.
I know, I'm sorry. This went longer than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping it would only be about a 2-hour stream.
It's this damn friggin' cold. I'm useless. I'm useless.
You are not useless, Dana. We appreciate you, and even if
I'm sorry,
even if you're not even ready for the next day, you get rest. That is the most important. Your health is more important than talking. It's going over this crazy fuckery here.
No, I'm excited. Like listening to you guys. You guys make it very interesting. My brain just does not. Like even when you guys were all talking, like James in the chat and stuff, I was like, "What in the hell?"
Well, how do you think I felt, Dana? I didn't know shit. I'm going like trying to Google search this shit. I'm like reading it, the call, and I'm like, that's a lot of big words.
My computer.
There's a lot of big words there. I kind of understand.
Jeez.
A little bits here and there. I'm kind of trying to put together.
Oh my goodness.
This is the most fuckery we've had in a show so far, Dana.
Yeah, it is. This makes evils looking for those fucking hidden messages.
Oh my god! I know.
Look
Well,
like
we were so excited
play.
when we like figured out the decoding factor of that. We were like, "Yay, we did it!" I'm like,
well, you did it. I was just going to be sent on the mission if it actually led us to someplace.
I know BK did a lot of that too. Like me and BK, I remember he was on top of that shit too. So yeah, Betray King, if you're out there anywhere and you understand computer coding, hit us up because I can understand what I'm looking at.
He just might be the one to like just send him all this stuff. Please decode.
Right. So, but that's what we have for now, folks, on the Robco Animations. Who knows? Maybe I would keep checking and see what's out there and see what else we can put together for it. Like I said, if I find out anything more interesting on them by trying to decode it, we'll set up another stream possibly next week, and we'll see if we can figure out. Otherwise, it'll remain a mystery, or we'll have to contact the show.
Customer support.
Yeah, where's that number? I need that number again.
There's a number that was from the first season that you can call.
I have to go back and find that and see if that's still a thing.
There was a few things like that in the first season that I totally didn't see until I was watching something about it.
And see, those are kind of normal. We had that in Yellow Jackets. They had like numbers that you could call, and it was just a recorded message. It was kind of cute, or it was just kind of funny or scary or whatever. But it didn't have like, it wasn't like a big mystery kind of behind the message. Like, this seems very fucking technical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking does.
This is beyond fuckery of anything we've dealt with like hidden shit that we've covered so far. My brain hurts.
In general, because it's like stacked on top of each other. Like, it's like.
Right. Yeah. That on top of it. Yeah. The amount of effort they put in order for you to have to capture each frame within the glitch is crazy. Like I said, we did it for Evil. Evil had stuff like this in episodes. One in particular that I can always remember is because it had so many frames within its little like second of the video. But I was able to put that in CapCut or wherever and kind of slow it down enough to get each frame. Because like trying to stop and go, I wasn't getting them in order, and I wanted to try to get it all in order and kind of show what every frame was. And yeah, I mean, it was a little difficult, but it wasn't nothing like this. Like this tested my skills. And even then, like I said, I have to go back and still make sure that I caught every frame. Even slowing it down, it's like when you slow it down, you don't catch every frame. That's how ridiculous
it is. With you, I remember there was a couple times you was like, oh, look, there's another one.
Right. So I don't even know if I've caught all of the frames. This is just what I've been able to capture. fucking fuckery. This is some rigger shit. I'm sorry. It's your fucking house, the Enclave, fucking riggers. They rigged the entire system.
See,
I don't know if we'll ever figure it out.
You're
but
working for House now. He tells you.
I know. Well, apparently we are. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit, Carl. The house need to be riggers.
Send some of them chips on through.
Well, he could at least if he could throw me some caps, I might, be a little happy. For fuck's sakes. I know that currency, man. Caps is what's up.
Even the Legionnaire chips, they'll work.
Well, New Vegas is just fuckery in itself. There's like 20 different currencies in New Vegas. There's pre-war money. There was the NCR money. I think Legion had some kind of funds. There's all the different chips. I think there was another one too. I can't remember because I just keep remembering. I keep finding like different forms of currency.
The NCR had their own stuff too. Basically, each faction had their own thing.
And it wasn't like that in 3. 3, it was caps or trade.
Well, you had pre-war money.
Oh yeah, you had the pre-war money too. But that you just trade. Yeah, it was more just a trade-in kind of deal. Yeah. It wasn't like an actual, like the caps are like currency. Like that's money.
Yeah, exactly.
The chips are like money. The NCR money is like money. It's not just it's not just tradable. It's actual like currency. I believe, from my understanding, again, I haven't really gotten as deep as I would like to into the game New Vegas yet. But as we go through it,
the chips for the casinos in certain areas,
right? Because they got all the gambling, they got that caravan game. So there's all these different forms of currency. Like New Vegas is just the game is just a whole nother world compared to 3. Which is I think why I like 3 a little bit more. It was a little bit simpler. This one, New Vegas is so complex, and again, the stuff that they're doing for the show in New Vegas, with this, it's very complex, and it kind of fits, I guess, the theme of the game, though, right? Because I said the game in New Vegas is very complex. It's the crafting, like I said, all the different currencies, these factions. Like the factions are ridiculously crazier in New Vegas, and from my experience so far, than what it was in 3.
And just the choices in general, you have
right. So, but. With that, we are going to wrap this stream up and get ready. I've got it set for 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be I told you it'd be a long night of Fallout, all the Fallout world fun building and such. But we're going to get ready to wrap this one up and go over there. It gives about 30 minutes maybe, and to refill our drinks, potty breaks, all that kind of stuff. And we will see you guys over there to wrap it up for the season finale, which was great. I enjoyed it. We got some good bits to check out and some things that I don't want to call complaining, Carl, but critiquing.
Yeah.
Some questions maybe. But with that, guys, we want to thank you all for joining us for the deep dive into the Robco animations and the mystery glitches and what it all means. And we will continue the discussion further next week, hopefully, if I can figure out any more bits. But until then, we'll see you guys here in about 30 minutes. That's right, bits and bytes, all the bits and bytes. Yeah, and in our graders, it's all the bobs and bits.
Yep, yeah, clanking and wanking.
All the things, right? But we want to thank you guys so much for hanging with us through this one. And if you guys are really troopers tonight and power through with us through the next one, we appreciate you guys and we'll see you there real soon. So with that, if you're not going to join us, we'll see you guys on the next one. And if the next one is truly the next one, then we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. But thank you all, Dana and Carl and James. He was in the chat helping out, text, all you guys, how dear, Great Gold, and thank you, Mr. TJ, for the $2 super chats. I think it was 2. Did you do 2? Yeah, it was just 2, I think. No, you did 3. My bad. Well, I'm a rigger as fuck. Thank you, TJ, for the 3 $2 super chats. And then thank you for joining us support the Enclave now. So you guys have a great one. And Woodrow, we'll see you all real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Paint me a scene. City in color, the way that you see, the way you see it. Don't you wish that I could give you? I could give you everything. 1, 2, 3, and my heart is racing. Can't fall asleep, I got my mind in a throw. Wait, let If you wanna find the edge, I'll come too. I could run